like people have decided that they will attempt to.
This guy's got shit figured out, man. This guy knows what's up. This is awesome.
I'm looking at Hillen first, and I don't see anyone, so that guy's probably gonna get banned.
And he's reading the chat while he's doing all this. This guy knows what's up.
There's so much traffic. There's actually like traffic we have to maneuver today. All right, let's see what's going up here. I do see traffic backed up, but I don't know if that's a result of the freeway or we're just in downtown on a Tuesday at like 4 p.m. Looking to the right, don't see anything.
Hold on. What?
The fuck's your problem, dog?
It's like 30 frames per second. Can you guys see it as I'm sharing it? Like, hopefully you can see
What?
it. StreamYard
The
does
fuck
suck
you talking about?
for sharing stuff
Yeah.
like this. So, how does the feed look?
What?
Does the feed look okay? This guy rides around like this all the time? Really? Okay. That's cool. The feed look okay? This guy rides around like this all the time? Really? Okay. That's cool. Yeah, we got to get some Geeks and Gamers stuff like this, man. We just need to get the whole crew. I'll buy the whole crew, like e-bikes. I don't know how much e-bikes cost. I have no idea. What are they, like 500 bucks for a decent one? I don't know. We'll get the whole crew e-bikes, and we'll just cruise around all the time and live stream it, and you guys can meme on us and laugh at us. Totally want to do this now.
Bro, e-bike, by the way. Somebody.
700 to 1,000. Okay. 3K. Well, I'm not buying Beardo a good one. I'll buy Beardo a used one. He doesn't need a seat anyway.
All right, I see the march. It's pretty small.
Okay. Well, we'll keep an eye on that guy. Here we go.
Whoa.
I went ahead and subscribed to that guy with the bike. Yeah, it's a cool channel, so I want to check out his videos.
Oh.
See what kind of ideas I can come up with.
Friendly drone deployed. Op 4 is reinforcing its location.
My brain is mush today, so I don't even know if I could fucking play this game or any game properly.
Seconds. 5 seconds before insertion. You've located a bomb. Make your way to its location and defuse it.
actually made the sound better.
neutralized.
You
Mission
can actually hear
successful.
people. I didn't even have to wonder where that guy was. I could just hear him.
What?
I think they made the footsteps better in this game. You can actually kind of hear people now.
Oh.
Which I guess doesn't fucking matter. Why am I acting like that's a...
All right, somebody just
cool
told me
thing.
about this channel on Kick, so we're gonna check this one out. Thank you, chat, as always. So this channel, he's in the middle of a big crowd. Dante Dash.
Lord, fuck.
So this
Friendly
is in
drone
New York.
deployed. Op 4 is
This appears
reinforcing
to be
its
in New
location.
York right here. So I will keep an eye on that one. Thank you, as always, chat. Always the MVP. So we do have Chicago as well. Chicago, New York, LA. There's a lot going on all over the place. I still haven't seen anything in New York, or I'm sorry, in I haven't seen anything in
What a fuck.
Atlanta.
Yes.
This is Chicago. This looks like this is getting
10
rowdy.
seconds. 5 seconds to insertion. You found a bomb. Make your way to its location and defuse it.
Can I sing something for y'all? Hey, I heard you like the wild one. Ooh, ooh. Yes, I thought you wanna be the one now. Show me how you do.
User is no longer in your possession.
What? I only hit him once? That's horseshit. What?
Damn.
Bro, I just watched that back. I hit him at least 3 times, and once in the head. And I only got one register.
What are you gonna do? Cry about it?
Probably just gonna get off the game even quicker.
Nice, dude.
Be ready to eliminate
Okay, so
hostiles.
we've got right here. Gavin Newscomb. says he'll be giving a major address at 9:30 Eastern time. So he says, the tweet says, unless you're announcing you're finally going to cooperate with Trump's National Guard deployment, nobody cares. So Gavin Newsom is set to give a major address at 9:30 Eastern time. That should be
5
fun,
seconds.
to say the least, to see exactly what he's got.
Op 4 has located a bomb.
This is
Be
an
ready for
overhead
hostile.
shot of the Chicago protest that we were just looking at. Karen Bass is apparently talking right now. No one cares. So it will be interesting to see what exactly Newsom has to say. So this is, if you remember, this is the same group that we were focusing on earlier. And this is on the Kick channel.
All right.
K Dash
Dude,
or
what the
whatever. I think that's his name. And, but they're just still doing the same thing they were doing earlier.
One friendly operator remaining.
This is a shot of LA.
Like that shit, dog.
All friendlies were eliminated. Mission failure.
Speed this up and get it to current. There we go.
Maybe one more.
Okay, so my folks watching, I'm a little bit behind the front of
Be ready to eliminate hostiles.
Hispanic.
Oh yeah, we watched this guy the other day. He actually did good coverage.
Assuming this sort of takes new shape or if it ends up in a new confrontation, we'll certainly start live again shortly. So, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I will.
Alright, so this channel is News to Share. He did a good job yesterday. So we will get back. We will keep an eye on that guy's channel. We were also following this channel last night.
Proximity alarm isn't running. Playing my trump card.
10 seconds left. 5 seconds.
Reload!
Bomb located by Op 4.
Door secured!
What'd you have for dinner?
Steak and tater tots.
What in tater tots?
Steak. I don't know
Oh.
why.
Oh, you cooked it yourself?
Yeah.
Damn, dog. Just salt.
Salt, pepper.
Oh.
Op 4, last operator standing.
Ah.
Op 4 eliminated. Mission successful.
It's weird. The sound quality is
Oh, shit.
horrible,
Okay, so we've got someone got
but I
fed
can
up.
actually hear people.
Right here, this is
which is
Chicago.
Weird.
A driver got fed up with the anti-ICE protest going on and rammed his way through.
There's the red car that's coming in, and you'll see people trying to get out of the way, others standing in front. and others beating the car, trying to slow it down or stop it. And then you'll see the officer right there as it passed. There were officers lined up there, but the car was able to escape and then take off around the loop. And ultimately down, we tracked it all the way to Clark and Cicero, where our chopper Skywatch was unable to catch up with it. Cermak, sorry. And at that point, as we were talking live when this was...
So yeah, that's the one. I think somebody was telling me about that earlier, but I couldn't find the feed where they were showing it. So that happened. Like I said, there's so much going on right now.
Playing my trap card. No time.
I don't know what this is about.
Placing my evil eye. My evil eye.
Hey, I heard you like the wild one. Ooh, ooh. If I fucking wanna be the one, show me how do you move.
Secured.
Can you show me how do you move, Flash?
And
Can
we
you
have
show me how do you move? That big eye bounce.
breaking news. Here we go. LA mayor declares a local emergency for downtown Los Angeles and will enforce a curfew tonight from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. So, LA Mayor Karen Bass has declared a local emergency for downtown Los Angeles and will enforce a curfew tonight from 8 p.m.
Dude, that
to
fucking
6 a.m.
lesbian isn't fucking
There we
fired
go.
yet.
There we go.
One friendly operator
She's
remaining.
black and a woman. It's literally possible.
Okay, this was earlier. This was earlier.
What's this?
Op 4 has placed a diffuser near a bomb. Destroy it.
The fact that
Bro,
like,
this is such AIDS, bro. Look at that. You see this?
Sick.
Well, it's good that shields are balanced.
Bomb diffuser has been
And there you go. A curfew for peaceful protests. Exactly, Art Vandal. Exactly.
Why do I-
is there a
I'm
curfew
sitting
for
there and I can't
peaceful
move.
protests? Can anyone
For
figure
like
that
a
out?
fucking second. That's so stupid.
Now, meanwhile, while
game is
all
horrible.
this is going on and all of this craziness is going on, the great 47th president of the United States of America, you know, he's being the best. He's giving a show to the brave soldiers, and this is what happens when the president shows up. That is awesome right there. I mean, that is cool as hell to see that. You
Op 4
love
has
seeing the
located a bomb.
soldiers loving their, you know, president, the president, the greatest president of all time. It's glorious to see. That one. The most action we got right now is this one, I think.
actually was perfect. Holy shit.
Op 4, last operator standing.
Oh, fuck.
Yo, dog, did you learn Blender?
Nice, did you get a girlfriend, dog?
The problem is a lot of the feeds have Karen Bass talking right now, and I know no one that's watching
That's
this
not
channel
very nice, dog.
cares about anything she has to say.
It's probably more
So
likely that
I am
you
not
get a
going to
girlfriend
put
than
you
Island
through that
Blender
because I
at
actually
this
like
point.
I actually like
Be ready
my
to
audience.
eliminate hostiles.
shit
I
is so
actually appreciate
fucking
my
beyond
audience,
shocked. Holy
so
shit.
I'm not going to put you through that. Would never put you through that torture. She is an absolute horrible person, a horrible leader. I think this is the feed I had earlier. Chicago stuff going on. Yeah, this is Chicago. What's up, Twisted Live? Thank you, brother. Got your mom watching the covers now. Let's go.
5 seconds. Op 4 has located a bomb. Get ready to engage.
But that's a terrible camera angle. So let's go back to that one.
Secured.
Oh my god. Dude, like, you can't even try to have fun on that fucking game.
It's-
Wait, are they off?
Are you watching or listening?
Yeah, I'm just on my phone, so yeah, I'm watching.
I want to play Seto, but my fucking legs are sore right now.
You go to the gym?
Yeah.
What you work out, dog?
Legs, back, and biceps.
Did that person from the barbecue
Nice.
place call you after that? Yeah, come on, man. I can't even ask.
Bro, it's like, hey man, did that hot chick fucking ask you out today? Like what? That's how fucking retarded that shit
Well,
is.
no. Well, no. To me, it's different because obviously, like you said, like your sister kind of like got you the opportunity or whatever.
Yeah.
So if you're just tuning in, now
Obviously,
we were
I'm
told-
like,
we were told by California
would he have called by
officials
now?
and leaders that it was a
Think?
mostly peaceful protest and that they had it completely under control.
When did you give him the resume?
last Thursday, I think was the date, or like the
But
the
apparently
day.
not, because Karen Bass has now issued a curfew for
I'd probably
Los
give it
Angeles from
another
8
week and
p.m.
then
tonight to
then
6
after
a.m.
that.
in the morning.
I don't know.
She knows she lost control. This is proof. Trump was right again. So here you go. They're mostly peaceful though, guys, and I don't know why for a mostly peaceful protest you would need a curfew. I can't really understand that one.
Whoa.
It's chicken thighs.
What? Stricken thighs?
Earthquake
Fucking
just happened
retarded.
off the
chicken
coast.
thighs.
Well, your fucking mic cutouts. How the
There's a
fuck
lot
must
of crap.
No, your fucking ears are fucking disgusting. Man. Clean your fucking ears out.
There is not a better example of the clown show
fucking
that's going
suck.
on than this moment right here. I showed
Man,
this
why doesn't
earlier,
this
but
fucking
it
faggot
needs
shit
to be
work,
showed
bro?
again.
I don't want to see these fucking
Two
pieces of
white
shit.
liberals stopped traffic until a
Tired of
mother
your
who
homophobia,
was
dude.
begging to go to work that illegals, that the illegals
Why?
and their children
What's the
were
purpose of it?
It's my fucking Discord call with him. I want none of that hate shit in my fucking Discord call, you understand that? You fucking piece of shit. You might not know it, but your future son, he's gonna be gay, so. He's white, so that raises his chances about like 50%, right? He's gonna be white, so that probably raises his chances.
Yeah, that probably raises the chances of being a retard too.
Nice.
If TDS had a face, it's right there. Trump derangement syndrome, right there. Oh my goodness. What a horrible, horrible situation, man. But this is what people need to see right here.
What's up, everybody? Exul is Extreme here, and today we're out here checking out the F-22 Raptor by Top Mock Studio. And the first thing you'll notice is it does have its tanks on it. First thing I thought was like, well, how do I remove those? Well, it's not as simple as you think. First off, you have to go into the cockpit right here.
Pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up,
of the center console.
pull up, pull up, pull up, altitude, altitude.
See it? Press the menu button, and then we'll go to the CFG. From there, we'll go to SIM Sim, and then on the left side here, we're going to go to page 2 of the per session options, and then there's the drop tanks. Go ahead and press that, and once you've done that, you can go back outside and see that the tanks are gone. So that's how you get rid of the fuel tanks on the side of the F-22 Raptor by Top Mock Studio. So that's pretty much the process. So I hope you enjoyed this.
You looking up some like
It's a
tutorial?
very short video, but
Yeah, I
it
forgot
needs
how
to be
to-
done. So anyways, peace out. Exul is Extreme.
This thing looks so fucking much better without the fuel tanks.
That's your average Trump hater right there.
What time do you usually go to the gym? Is it busy?
Okay, I might need to go over here. 'cause
Um,
Karen Bass is apparently,
I wish it was busy. Because then I might be able to fucking get on a machine. No, it's fucking worse than this.
Really on a weekday at like 2 a.m. or 2 p.m. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I am married for a little while, but not as much. Unless you go for like 12 o'clock. But also, it doesn't have to be that busy to be busy, because more than half of gym is cardio stuff that most people don't use.
Also don't know again about the ice raids, and that's why I think, you know, I would appeal to the president to stop the ice raids so that we can have stability in our city. I think I was talking to the friend in the grocery store to show us what we do, and that shows what we do, because people are coming tonight to stop the shows. We have to look at the contribution that the immigrant population makes to the economy.
You know how much one intercontinental ballistic missile costs?
How much money it costs, one of them?
Yeah.
Well, I feel like it would depend, because some of them are way more sophisticated than others. Like the Russian one.
And so I think I missed the first
one,
part of it. He said the
well,
reason
I
why
guess
the
any-
wildfires were handled was because there were federal police.
Can have multiple warheads within the same missile. So I don't know.
Yeah, I
would
don't,
assume
I don't know, Chief.
probably
Maybe you want to
million,
respond to that. I don't think that
like
question.
over a million,
and
if
sometimes
not
what the president says,
multiple
it's
millions,
difficult to
but
kind of
I actually have
understand.
no clue.
What I will tell you though is that after the wildfires,
think it's less than a
were
jet.
out, the president
Yeah.
made sure we
Oh,
had
I would
ample
hope so.
resources with the Army Corps of Engineers, and it was a significant contributing factor to us having the fastest recovery of any location in comparison to where other wildfires have taken place.
Oh, okay, never
it
mind.
contributed to the
What
fact
the
that in the
fuck?
Palisades now,
Okay,
we
yeah,
have
so
over
that
2,700 lots.
the
that are
Sentinel,
cleared
which
where
is like
people
a
can
new
be
good one,
rebuilding now. I was at a
is
property,
118
a
million
couple
per
of weeks
missile.
ago where the frame of the house is already up. This to me is drastically
What?
different.
And
That
the
was in
new
complete
projected cost is
cooperation and coordination
214
with the
million
federal
per.
government. Right now, we are in the dark. We don't know
that's
when
what I was
things are
thinking.
going to happen. One thing
Dude,
that
that
we're
is
sure
insane.
about, and I think that
I guess because
How
you
much
don't need
does
to
a
risk.
jet cost?
is that we
Well, I
have
guess it
the
depends what jet
capacity
you're talking
to
about. An
address
F-22
this
is
situation
2 to 3
here,
times
and
The
more.
we
chat
have
hates her.
armies,
Even
our
on
National
ABC's
Guard,
channel,
especially
I guess
chat
it's
hates
because
her.
you don't have to
asked
risk,
for, and the idea that the
you know,
president
planes
took
and
the power
lives.
away
You don't
from
even
the
have to
governor
send a
to
ship
do this
really to launch
was
it.
really just unacceptable.
And I keep turning it down.
That we
This
use
game, it doesn't
and
fucking
when we
reduce the
are dealing
sound.
with something like this where it takes the resources away from
I
our
don't
regular patrol
understand.
duties and ability to provide the service we do, we mobilize the department, and so that brings in people from vacation and our days off and allows us to use them. We've mobilized the Office of Operations, the biggest part of the department, and our motor officers. We're looking to expand that with additional officers from within. We requested through the Sheriff Mutual Aid, which then is coordinated by the Office of Emergency Management in the state, OES, I'm sorry, Emergency Services, with the sheriff, and they bring in then surrounding communities and in this case counties to be able to help supplement our resources to deal with the issues at hand. They are tremendous partners. We've worked very closely together for the past couple of days now, and I think we have seen a significant improvement in things, and we will continue to watch for that as we move forward. But hopefully with this curfew, that'll give us additional tool as well to be able to bring this chapter to a close.
you ask me if I'd rather have an ICBM or this thing, I'd take this thing any day of the week.
Yeah, but if I had like an ICBM, right, let's say nobody knew where it was, but they knew I had one, and I could just threaten people with it. I feel like I can get them to get me a jet.
If I have enough time to, I could probably get the fucking ICBM too.
Nah! Nah! All the cities you can fly in, choose a flying fucking gayest one, dude.
Well, no. The reason I do is because the buildings are spaced out enough to where you can actually fly around them and not hit into one because there's
Nice.
Another one is San Francisco. San Francisco is probably the best. Or
Yeah, it's also a place known for its gay population. What are you trying to tell me, Brock?
well,
Just come out of the
all the
fucking
straight
closet,
places
dude.
don't
You
build
fucking
faggot cities, so yeah. Those places don't complain about, oh, we're gonna make things hotter and more windy, and then build fucking massive buildings that insulate heat and cause wind downfall.
You know, how many birds die every year because of this flying into buildings? I don't know the answer, but it's a lot.
Not enough
All
to
right,
change
thank you very much.
the mind.
Nice.
Just heard from LA Mayor Karen Bass and Chief
Wait,
of
actually
Police
look it
Jim
up, I'm
McDonnell,
curious now.
along with Nella McCosker.
You look it up, dude. I'm fucking busy doing shit.
Sure, you're on your
Los
phone, you
Angeles,
fucking
and
faggot.
Councilmember Isabel Jurado.
Yeah, I'm
talking
fucking
about
cooking my
efforts
goddamn
now to
chicken,
quell
piece of shit.
The violence and the disruption of
Yeah, so
downtown
you can
LA,
fucking get on your
stopping
phone
the
for 2
vandalism,
seconds.
enacting a curfew that will begin tonight at 8
All right, we
p.m.
got some intensity going on in Chicago.
What is this bullshit doing?
Yeah. Okay, this is actually insane. In the United States, an estimated 1 billion birds die annually from collisions with buildings.
Amazing, dude.
Now that is a study from bird or whatever, conservation, something. So it could be biased, but still.
Fuck do they? What they count that? They count how many fucking birds' bodies have fallen to the ground or some shit? How the fuck do you count 1 billion every fucking year?
Well, I guess if you count one city and an estimated average per city, and then average how many cities aren't counted, like the size of the city, maybe. That's how I'm not sure.
Animals are consumed like every fucking day or some shit, dude.
Say that again?
You know how many animals are consumed by people like every day? I should look that up too. I get them Roswell fucking alien crafts, dog. I feel like they should have the Tic Tac in this flight sim.
I don't get it, dude. This fucking game is getting quieter.
Chicago. Police in Chicago are now deploying bomb squad
all
to
fat,
downtown
gross women
after
or
anti-ice
feminine,
riders
dude. It's insane.
entered the sewer system and planted suspicious items.
Completely fucking chopped. So you never watched like the new Planet of the Apes movies?
So clearly things are getting very crazy in
So you should do. You should
Chicago.
binge watch them.
I am trying
Really
to
good.
find. I had Chicago pulled up. I guess that feed ended.
Oh, I want all the apes
Let's
to die,
see.
dude. I want a bunch of them.
Really?
Chicago.
Dude, they're so
Bro, the fucking the apes are the coolest, dude. The humans are the gay people. How can you haven't even watched
Yeah,
the
the
movies?
New York Post feed is gone. All right, we'll pull this one up.
Well, I watched the one from
But this is
2000
kind of like
I've
one
seen some
alternate distance for now. But I'll try to find a
2000.
better feed.
Like, no.
Looks like my browser has
Looks
lost
like people
connection
in costumes, right?
for audio. Do
With
I have to
Mark
restart
Wahlberg, is that the
this?
one?
Okay, let's see. So let me stop that.
That's...
And then reshare.
I don't like that.
No, dude, Caesar's fucking badass.
Tell me if you guys hear
Well,
this.
I mean, you can't even like really like tell
With their
it's him.
shitty music. Do you hear their shitty music? Let's see here. All right, you heard that? Okay, perfect. Okay. All right, thank you. All right, so I'm trying to find a better feed because this one kind of sucks. But I want to find something really good. Chicago. We got a main event raid. Are they already done? Main event done? I mean, time
No
actually
fucking
is
space
flying right now.
anymore.
Yeah,
God
3.5 hours. Okay. I didn't realize we were moving this fast. Hail Tuesday night's main event. Thank you guys for being here. Appreciate it. I've always wanted to be on Tuesday night's main event. One day, hopefully, they will let me on that show. Hopefully they had a good show. And but thank you guys. So we have chaos going on all over the country in blue cities, and I want to put emphasis on that it's in blue cities. Right now we've had some crazy stuff happen in Chicago. This right here is going on in Chicago right now. Police in Chicago are now deploying the bomb squad to downtown after an anti-ice rioter entered the sewer system and planted suspicious items. So that's what's going on right now in Chicago. We have let's see, we have things going on. Somebody says that was like 2 weeks ago. What are you talking about 2 weeks ago? I'm reading Nick's post right here. So, this looks like this is happening right now. What do you mean that was 2 weeks ago? So anyway, we have stuff going on in Chicago. We have stuff going on in New York. We have stuff going on in Los Angeles. And reportedly things are going on in Atlanta. Aren't most cities blue? Yeah, that's the problem with cities. That's the problem with cities. So, I would say most cities are all, compromised in some way, shape, or form. All right, this is currently in Los Angeles. So, Dan the Man, what are you saying was 2 weeks ago? Dan, you said laughing my ass off, Jeremy. That was 2 weeks ago. What was 2 weeks ago? What did I say that's happening now was 2 weeks ago? Something's going on here. so many of these feeds. I was saying you were on Tuesday night's main event 2 weeks ago. I feel like you're backpedaling now. You said that was two weeks ago. I think you were talking about something else, and now you're backpedaling. I think you got busted when I called you out. All of these fucking channels are doing this bullshit because you don't hate the mainstream enough. You always say I don't read. You're always saying I don't read the Rumble chat. Here I am. I'm reading it. Do you guys hear this one? No, you don't. Okay, let me turn that one on. Right now, all of our mainstream feeds have essentially failed. Let's go over here. Do they have audio yet? All right, here we go. We got some action over here. Newsom's making his announcement now. Okay. Okay, now this is happening in New York right here.
What?
They're trying to stop this van.
I got a waffle iron.
Oh, it's lucky it can make waffles for you.
Yeah, you just gotta pour in the batter and then, yeah, you press it down and then, yeah.
Nice.
And
in my opinion, waffles are better than pancakes because they actually like hold the syrup.
So there you go. Amazing. I'm looking for this Gavin Newsom announcement. Listen, somebody had a theory, and I'm going to be honest. Some people had a theory that these anti-ice raids are actually anti-pride raids, but they just didn't want to say they're anti.
That's what?
Pride Month, no?
Yeah, it's good that no one cares right now. Good. I want to see that fucking literal faggot shit everywhere.
Pride. And I gotta say, if that's the case, I kind of respect it. If that's the angle you're going for.
Somebody spray painted a rainbow on your car.
We don't want to celebrate Pride this month, and I kind of respect it.
You don't know who they are.
All right, what's going on here?
I know. Got insurance money, so I can get it repainted.
That's homophobic.
Good.
Issues
okay, so
that are plaguing this right
Gavin
now.
Newsom had some problem with the audio.
We hope to bring it to you in its entirety if it's not available live to us at the outset. We'll try to get a recording of it and play it to you in its entirety. We don't know how long it's going to be, but it's an important address from the governor addressing a serious situation in the state of California, and in particular, of course, here in Southern California, where these raids by ICE, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, have been ongoing
Listen to this. Tim Walz.
You know, I called in the military in Minneapolis, but it was 7 days. I waited for this guy, the same guy that ran for vice president. He was a very dumb person. He's a low IQ individual, like many Democrats are.
Very low IQ. He's a very low IQ person, like most Democrats are.
In the meantime, though, we are going to continue on here with our coverage on Live Now Blue Box of some of these other rallies that are going on as well. I want to put this
Gavin
up on your
can't.
screen. This
Gavin
is also
can't
happening
get. Gavin can't get it up. Wait. Here we go. Here we go.
In other actions, a U.S. citizen, 9 months pregnant, was arrested. A 4-year-old girl, seven friends, like literally disappeared. In response, every day in the California law enforcement leaders commandeered 2,000 of our state's National Guard members to deploy.
Damn right he did. Damn right he did.
And for no reason. This brazen abuse of power by a sitting president inflamed a combustible situation, putting our people, our officers, and even our National Guard at risk. That's when the downward spiral began. He doubled down on his dangerous National Guard deployment by fanning the flames even harder. And the president, he did it on purpose. As the news spread throughout LA, anxiety for family and friends ramped up. Protests started again. By night, several dozen lawbreakers became violent and destructive. They vandalized property. They tried to assault police officers. Many of you have seen the video clips of cars burning on cable news. If you incite violence, I want to be clear about this. If you incite violence and destroy our communities, you're going to be held to account. That kind of criminal behavior will not be tolerated. Full stop. Already more than 220 people have been arrested, and we're reviewing tapes to build additional cases, and people will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Again, thanks to our law enforcement officers and the majority of anti-racist protesters peacefully, the situation was calm and was concentrated in just a few square blocks at a time. That's not the problem. We again chose that situation. We chose first. We chose the actors for the public safety. We federalized another 2,000 dollars. We deployed more than 700 active
we're finally getting a new shed in the backyard.
We do not want our streets militarized by our
Is your
own
family building
armed
it or
forces. Not in LA,
getting it
not
built?
in California, not anywhere.
No, like we already got the box.
Unmarked cars
Just set it in the
in
backyard
school
for now.
parking
We're
lots.
gonna build it.
Kids afraid of attending their own graduation. Trump is pulling a military dragnet all across Los Angeles, well beyond
Okay.
his stated intent to
Let's
just go
fucking
after
see
violent
here.
and serious criminals. His agents are arresting dishwashers, gardeners, day laborers, and seamstresses. That's just weakness masquerading as strength. Donald Trump's government isn't protecting our communities.
They're traumatizing our communities. And that seems to be the entire point. California will keep fighting. We'll keep fighting on behalf of our people, all of our people, including in the courts. Just yesterday, we filed a legal challenge to Donald Trump's reckless deployment
And you
of
lost.
American troops
And you lost.
to a major American city. Today, we sought an emergency court order to stop the use of the American military to engage in law enforcement activities across Los Angeles. If some of us could be snatched off the streets without a warrant, based only on suspicion or skin color, then none of us are safe. Authoritarian regimes but they cannot stop it. Trump and his loyalists rely on it because it allows them to take power and exert their military. And by the way, Trump, he's not opposed to lawlessness and violence as long as it serves him. What more evidence do we need than January 6th? Ask
Okay, I'll be
everyone.
back.
Take time, reflect on this perilous moment. A president who wants to be bound by no law or constitution.
Whoa.
Perpetuating a unified assault on American traditions. This is a president who in just over 140 days has fired government watchdogs that could hold him accountable for corruption and fraud. He's declared a war on culture, on history, on science, on knowledge itself. Databases, quite literally, are vanishing. He's delegitimizing news organizations, and he's assaulting the First Amendment. And the threat of defunding them, at threat, he's dictating what universities themselves can teach. He's targeting law firms and the judicial branch that are the foundations of civil society. He's calling for a sitting governor to be arrested for no other reason than to, in his own words, for getting elected. And we all know this Saturday, he's ordering our American heroes, the United States military, and forcing them to put on a vulgar display to celebrate his birthday, just as other failed dictators have done in the past. Look, this isn't just about protests here in Los Angeles. When Donald Trump sought blanket authority to commandeer the National Guard, he made that order apply to every state in this nation. This is about all of us. This is about you. California may be first, but it clearly will not end here. Other states are next. Democracy is next. Democracy is under assault before our eyes. This moment we have feared has arrived.
Hope these leftist cities get exactly what they voted for. It looks like they are. Indestructible by Disturbed. That's not a good pop-off tune. David Pruitt has a ground view of Spokane on YouTube. Let me take a look.
Just watch out for my tripod.
I can't even find that guy's channel, dude. Devin.
It's 8:04 in Spokane. It's down on Washington Street. I'm sorry, I don't have the best fucking zoom in on my shit.
There we go. Oh boy.
Taking a wrecking ball to our founding fathers' historic project. 3 co-equal branches of independent government. There are no longer any checks and balances. Congress is nowhere to be found.
This is a disaster for Gavin Newsom. This is a disaster. This entire speech is a disaster for him. And he doesn't even understand it.
Die to see this kind of moment. It's time for all of us to stand up. Justice Brandeis, he said it best. In a democracy, the most important office, with all due respect, Mr. President, is not the presidency, and it's certainly not governor. The most important office is office of citizen. At this moment, we all need to stand up and be held to account, a higher level of accountability. If you exercise your First Amendment rights, please, please do it peacefully. I know.
Take it day by day.
They took control.
LA Times. Immigration raids intensify with hundreds of arrests and tense moments across the LA area. Check this out. The White House confirmed on Wednesday that 330 people have been taken into custody by federal authorities since immigration sweeps began last week in Los Angeles. White House Press Secretary Carolyn Leavitt said of those 113 individuals, About a third of the group, had prior criminal convictions. Indeed. Following this, ICE will be deploying tactical agents in Seattle, Chicago, Philadelphia, New York, and Northern Virginia. Post-millennial reports, Immigration and Customs Enforcement is preparing to deploy special response teams, SRTs, to 5 urban areas. Seattle, Chicago, Philly, New York, and Virginia, as chaos is erupting in these Democrat-run cities. An exact timeline for the deployment remains unclear, but the order to stand by has already been issued to all SRT, all special response teams in the affected areas. And I think it's gonna light up this weekend. Curfew is still in place in Los Angeles. I heard that they actually made several arrests. There were some mass arrests after the curfew was enacted last night. And don't forget, we're going to have the No Kings protest this weekend, sponsored, of course, by Christy Walton, which is triggering a boycott from MAGA.
Brought to you by Walmart.
Indeed. Indeed. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Well, no, the left was boycotting Target because they were getting rid of DEI policies. So all the big box stores are suffering right now.
Yeah, apparently. I think that the possibility for a new summer of love is actually materialized. I was a little skeptical about whether or not there was going to be something that had the impulse. I still don't think that this is going to be as widespread as this. Should there be, a lot more? Should these riots carry on? Should it be a lot more widespread? I still don't think that it'll have the cultural impact as the 2020 did because of the George Floyd riots and because of the fact that, again, people have to go to work. And when you shut the country down and you have people that can go out and do, a little bit of fun activism, throw stuff, maybe get arrested by the cops, have a little fire in the street, people will do that because they're bored.
Yeah. I also think that one of it is there was a very, very iconic visual image. Like the image of what happened to George Floyd was so embedded in people's minds. It was such a such a awful thing to look at. Whatever you think of what happened, that was a very, very stirring visual image, and that led to a lot of what you saw.
That was the key. That was the key thing. The knee on the neck, that drove everything, and it went viral. But now it's not really that kind of image. It's just the idea of so-called immigrants being kicked out.
And to that point, it's actually a situation where the images that are coming out are positive towards the the conservative perspective. Americans don't like to see foreigners waving foreign flags, fighting with our police officers. They just don't like to.
Which country would allow that?
None.
Let's try maybe Costa Rica.
Like, you're gonna be on the beach by yourself with an American flag. Hey,
yeah. Look, the countries with the least functional governments, countries like Haiti and countries like possibly Somalia, you hear those countries mentioned, even they wouldn't put up.
No.
Like, you're gonna get literally chopped up in pieces and thrown on a barbecue in Haiti. And Somalia, the local warlord isn't gonna put up with it. If you're waving his opposing malicious flag, and they'll do things that are far more terrible to you there than are gonna happen here. And that's probably why you won't see anyone testing the limits there whereas you will here.
Even in their own home country. Okay, you're flying the flag of X country. Can you go to your country and do that? What you're doing here?
No.
I suppose one of the things they do have to worry about is as this goes on and as violence intensifies, they have to worry about some type of police action getting taken too far and then getting clipped and then being shown in a specific way. If something goes horribly wrong and somebody does die in the middle of these protests at the hands of law enforcement and it's clipped the way that the left would like to clip these things, which is not to show inciting incidents, only show the aftermath of what happens, that runs the risk of being another visual image that could be very powerful if it's shown to people on the internet.
Yo, it was crazy. I was watching the 5 today, and Jessica Tarlov was lying. She was like, Trump's underwater, his polling's miserable. He's like -12 on immigration, and I was like, what? I track this stuff all day, every day. I read all the aggregate polling, and he's doing massively. His aggregate polling is about -2.6. So it's within the margin of error. That's really good. And on immigration, he's net positive in aggregate across the. It's crazy. They cherry pick a singular poll that gives them the results they want, then go on TV and go, "Can you believe how bad Trump is doing?" And the craziest thing is that Jesse didn't yell at her.
Part of me feels bad for Jessica in that context, just because she's the chew toy for all the Republicans.
Yeah.
Beat her up all the time. And
maybe she shouldn't, spread misinformation.
I agree. The point that I'm making though is when you're in that situation, you have to be right, and you can't spread misinformation. Like Tim was saying, you can't.
So you're saying just be a conservative?
Well, I mean, that's not exactly what I was saying, but it would functionally would probably be about the same.
But the media always does that. They always put out a fake story or misleading information. Maybe they'll retract it a year later, 6 months later, but by the time you see the retraction, it doesn't matter because the initial story is what is stuck in the minds of the people.
And it's very hard to get people to change their mind about something once they believe it. The first way they hear it is always, it's as Tim's brought up multiple times about the very fine people hoax, is that when people are showed concrete evidence that what they were told was a lie, they cling on to what they believe even harder because your brain can't handle that a lot of the time. You have to kind of come to those conclusions on your own. Like if you're ever somebody who's like made some type of journey politically from either the left to the right, or even I guess if you're somebody who's gone from the right to the left, I'm sure that does happen, is that you don't get there by your friends necessarily saying, look at this is what's true. It's you go, you have a slightly open mind and you go looking for information. And
I just think at this point it's a cult, as I've
build better habits so you can outperform yesterday. Choose better to be better with personalized coaching. Only on the new Whoop.
stated numerous times. But I think more so now because several people I know they all know the talking point. And I'm saying right now, there are people that I know that I've known for a long time, and I'm seeing them post about this, and they are intentionally lying as well now. Like, it's not just the TV personalities and the prominent liberals in media. It's ground level, grassroots liberal individuals intentionally lying. So the narrative now that they're pushing is that there were no riots, that there were people peacefully playing music and dancing, and then Trump called in the National Guard and started shooting people. They're omitting the Waymos being torched and burned. They're omitting the SUVs getting pelted with rocks and smashed up and set on fire. They're omitting the people taking over the highways. They're omitting the far left pelting the federal HQ where ICE was with rocks to stop them from getting out. And they're just saying, no, it was just people were dancing. And then Trump attacked them. It's you know what it reminds me of? Remember when Jack Posobiec got punched?
Mm-hmm.
And the cops watched it happen, and then some woman walks up and goes, I saw everything. Nobody hit him. Or no, she said something like, I didn't see anything. And she just looks smugly into the camera. That's what they all do, from the bottom up. They are just, it's just a cult.
You're mentioning the fact that it's, they're exceedingly dishonest is probably a charitable
academic way to put it.
Yeah, it's a charitable way to put it. And I just saw this on Twitter X. Rolling Stone is saying that the No Kings protest, the headline says protest, millions of Americans are expected to head to the streets on June 14th to oppose Trump's dictator-style birthday parade. What exactly? Like they
It's
can't
Flag
even
Day.
get. Yeah, it's Flag Day. It's also the 250th birthday of the U.S. Army. Like there are multiple things going on.
Well, there's nothing the left hates more than celebrating the American flag.
Well, yeah, absolutely, it's true. But the point is like if I was on maybe the No Kings protests or whatever the demonstrations are in response to this parade, because this parade's been he's been talking about it. I think he was talking about it on the Stump last year as well. But still, like they can't get their message together. They don't even know what they're angry about. These protests or demonstrations are taking off nationwide, and they're not really sure what they're protesting other than Donald Trump. And clearly these protests are going to merge in with the No Kings, and they're going to be like, oh, this is just us rising up. But against what? Against the government enforcing the law that is broadly popular with the American electorate?
Half of those people are lying, and the other half don't understand that what happened is far more complicated than what they're being shown, right? So if you're going to go, for instance, over the 4th of July and you're going to go see family, come armed with the videos of the, the bricks off the bridge, and the Waymos burning and all of the violence that's happened, because they will have not seen any of that. They didn't pay attention to any of that. And if they did, it was in the context of some talking head on the screen telling them this has been a mostly peaceful and, you know, they're just out there having fun. Bonfires, that's what they were doing. They were having bonfires on the Waymos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Peaceful bonfires.
Yes, peaceful bonfires.
Yeah, that made me think.
On racist Waymos. Right.
Well, you know.
Now it's okay.
They're stealing jobs from the.
That's
you know, from,
right.
you know.
The Waymos are stealing jobs
What?
from.
God, if you want it off, fucking turn it off.
What off? The AC?
The people who cook our food and clean our toilets.
Look who drives Ubers. They're almost always immigrants. Waymo is stealing jobs from immigrants.
That's a good point.
You know.
And when you
Burn the Waymos.
there was this video that went viral of this Asian woman in a taxi, and she's like, if you don't care about families being ripped apart, then maybe you care about being selfish. Don't you know that all these illegal immigrants, and then she goes through this like list of they're more likely to clean your toilet and cook your food and do construction, and I was just like, Democrats want slaves.
Yeah.
She outright says in this video that these people can't vote, they get low pay, they get no benefits, and we love it. And I'm like, I don't send them home.
It's the same exact thing they did from the beginning. They freed the slaves, and then they've been mad about it ever since.
They're trying to find another way to get it, basically. They're like, bring in illegal immigrants. Joe Biden literally did this. He created probably one of the largest slave classes anywhere in the world. What he did was brings in millions of non-citizens, has the CBP then give them their hearings for their asylum, status, and then drops all the cases, creating de facto permanent residency with no rights. So now you have people who get paid dirt to work low-skilled jobs, no benefits, no recourse, no unions, no OSHA, none of those protections. And that's what the Democrats have been doing. They've been desperate for their slaves back.
I mean, unless you're in California where they want to give you the right to vote and $9.5 billion in
And D.C. as well.
In D.C. as well.
That's crazy. Totally crazy. But it's that permanent underclass of people that they want to have. You do all the jobs, the dirty jobs, all that kind of stuff. It's for y'all. So that's why I kind of get offended when they say, oh, they do the jobs that Americans don't want to do. It's like, no, you guys don't want to do those jobs. I have no problem doing those jobs.
Yeah.
They don't want to do any jobs.
They don't want to do
anything.
anything.
We saw that guy, and he was like, oh, no, work. In that video.
That was a terrible video. Awful. Hated that guy.
Depends on
what's wrong with these
for.
It's crazy to me because I can see the psychological disorder in that man. For those that aren't familiar, there's this video going viral. Black woman is arguing with these protesters saying, like, I need to get to work. Like, what about my kids? And then Savannah Hernandez asks this white guy who's blocking the car, and she's like, how do you feel about blocking a black woman from going to work? And he goes, oh no, work. It's crazy to me because I want to work all the time nonstop. Everything I do, I'm working. I wake up, I work, I eat food, skate, and then I work. But these people have some kind of fractured mind, this derangement, where they literally they want to do the opposite. And I'm like, how have we cultivated generations, plural, of this kind of person?
Who just has no desire to work whatsoever.
And I want to stress, I'm not talking about, it's like, what they end up saying is, so you can make some billionaire rich. And it's like, dude, sell beads, man. Yeah. Like, sit in the put a blanket on the ground and sell beads. These people don't want to do anything.
Yeah, right. The cop out of, I'm going to make my boss rich, or et cetera, et cetera. If you're going to work and you're focused on that, like, I feel like, well, I mean, I'm not sure why you would focus on that, but like your needs must be met, right? If you can say, oh, I'm making this other guy rich, then you must be making enough money so that way you have time to think about things like, man, I'm not getting as much as I want to get.
Well, they think that in the communist revolution that they will be the one who makes the art.
That's what they all think. They all think that way. It's like, no, you're gonna get shot first. Actually, don't worry about it.
Well, no, I mean, even if not that, you'll be sent to the mines. You'll be sent to work.
Yeah.
But this is historically correct. The revolutionaries, the first to be removed after a revolution, because they are the biggest threat to the new power structure.
That's right.
Yeah, I was talking to Rudyard Lynch earlier, and he was making the point that, the French Revolution was incoherent. This is what leftists and communists tend to do. They have no coherent framework, and so it just tends to be chaos when they end up overthrowing a country. Yeah.
And that's the goal. That's why the revolution is constant. Is because the revolution, as they install the new power base or whatever, like it invariably has hierarchy, has all kinds of things that the left just says are bad and stuff, and so you have to have a constant revolution because all existing hierarchies will calcify and become oppressive and stuff, so there has to be a consistent revolution. That's why you had, Cuba had the revolution was ongoing, and they were
that today,
40 years after the revolution,
the Venezuelan government calls it the revolution.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's been decades. And when I was there 10 years ago,
you
and
working
they
out or
said
something?
I was a threat to the revolution. And it's
I'm in my
20
kitchen.
years with what revolution you're talking about. It's ongoing. It never stops. And it's because when they say evil dictator is bad man, fascists are bad, but then remove all
Why
of
are you
that and they're
asking,
in control,
dog?
They have to
sounded
keep
like
telling you,
you,
no,
were-
they're still here. Somewhere lurking, ready to bring fascism back.
Oddly enough, it's the same way that like nonprofits work, which is that if they actually achieve their goal, they don't need to exist anymore. If you're a charity, like if you're looking to cure some disease, you don't actually benefit from curing the disease because then you're not making any money for the executives anymore.
Well, yep. I heard a story a long time ago, and I'm going to leave the company out of it, but everybody who knows me knows the name of the company, but a shoe company. I met a guy who said he was like a mid-level manager, VP, and he quit because they said we're not selling enough shoes because they last too long. Is there a way we can make them fall apart faster? Can we remove a certain percentage of the material from the sole, perhaps? And he was like, is this a joke? And they were like, people are wearing their shoes for months. What do we do? And he's like, make a good shoe. Nope, that's not the way it works. Let's jump to this story from the Post-Millennial. CNN data analyst sees tremendous 40-point shift among immigrants to GOP on the issue of border security and ICE enforcement. Yes, indeed, my friends, it just so happens that almost all of the people who are complaining are white liberal women. And maybe that's why Kate Bolden was struggling.
Do you hear that, Doug?
No.
Apparently, all the people complaining about immigration in the U.S. are white liberal women. Who would have thought?
Through this segment with Harry and
I'm so surprised.
I wonder what that is.
What?
What am I making? I'm making a lot of stuff.
What do you say? You said what that is?
Yeah, about those chicks. I wonder what. Because it's like some kind of like
mental illness.
Secret urge to be like dominated or something. I don't know.
Yeah, probably. Well, yeah, we've talked about that before. Probably the case.
Immigrant voters, foreign-born voters, have gone tremendously to the right on this issue in 2024 and 2025 versus where they were in 2020. Closest to a trust war in immigration. You go back to 2020. Democrats, get this, held a 32-point lead on this issue. Immigrant voters were in the Democratic camp. Jump forward to 2024, 2025. Look at that shift, a 40-point shift to the right among immigrant voters. Republicans now lead on this issue by 8 points over Democrats, more so than any other group that I could find. The group of voters who became more hawkish on immigration were in fact immigrants themselves, immigrants who are registered to vote in this country.
Democrats, that's called being on the right side of history.
Well, that's on that issue. How about how they feel about kind of traditionally, historically, about Donald Trump?
Yeah, so, you know, you see this shift and you go, what is going on underneath the hood? Well, take a look, Donald Trump. You remember when he first ran back in 2016, immigrant voters were one of his weakest spots. But look at this, Trump's vote share in presidential election among, again, immigrant citizens, those who are registered to vote. Look at this. 2016, he got 36% of the vote. You go to 2020, 39% of the vote. Look at this, in 2024, all the way up to 47% of the vote. Some polls I looked at had him barely losing that vote. Some polls I looked at had him barely winning that vote. Again, there is no block of voters that shifted more to the right from 2020 to 2024 than immigrant voters. And Donald Trump, at least in some surveys, actually won that vote. On average, it's about equal. So there may be all this stuff, right, about undocumented immigrants and Trump being harsh on them, but immigrant voters themselves have increasingly liked Donald Trump and have increasingly moved to the right on immigration and into the Republican camp.
Well, then on that, what you're getting at, how immigrant citizens, voters, feel about people in the country illegally.
Yeah, and this is where it all kind of comes together, Kate Baldwin. Look at this. The net favorable rating, immigrants who are here illegally, among immigrant citizens, again, those registered to vote. In 2020, look at this, plus 23 points on the net favorable rating. But look at where we were in 2024, minus 6 points, underwater. So immigrant citizens have become increasingly unfavorable in their views of those immigrants who are here illegally. So I think it's so important when we're talking about this debate from a political angle to separate those out who are undocumented immigrants versus those who are here legally.
Wow, it took them only 10 years to figure out that not all immigrants are illegal, and that the people who come here legally, they tend to be successful. They tend to work really, really hard. You know what's fascinating is when you look at Filipino and Nigerian immigrants to the United States who come here legally, they have very high salaries.
Yeah.
Hardworking people who did everything right to come to this country, they believe in it. Or as Serge was talking about before the show, South African refugees enter the country waving the American flag. Actual American citizens living in California wave the Mexican flag.
It's so weird to me too, because this is something that felt very, very easy for people to understand, which is that it's not cheap to move to this country. It's a difficult process to move to this country, having to take a test to understand the ethics of America, its history. It's not something you undertake lightly. It's something you do because you theoretically, you believe in what that country stands for. So why wouldn't somebody who works that hard, who put that much money, time, and effort to come to a new country want to wave its flag and to not understand the difference between that and someone who comes here without having to do any of that? To not understand why that person would be upset at the guy who's skipping
the fuck is the matter with you?
The fuck's the matter with you?
Nobody outside of the stupidest people on earth would be like befuddled by this.
You should see what I do when someone skips the line with me at 7-Eleven.
Oh man. Like people gotta understand the issue legal versus illegal. I don't understand why people don't want to address that mainstream media. If you're here legally, I love you, no problem. You following the law. Illegally, that's when we got the problem.
Yeah, and they make it a race issue too. It's like, look, if there's a dude here from Eastern Europe that skipped the line, I don't want them here either.
Any color, I don't care.
It doesn't matter.
Your definitions are bad to the left because they can't use the gray area to sneak past the rules.
I think
don't want the rules.
I got ragged on by a bunch of liberals just like a year or two ago because I told a story about how Alice and I went to a restaurant. And we walked up and said, table for two, and they said it'll be a few minutes, and I said okay. And then they seated like 3 different couples before us who had just walked in, and I was like, what's going on? Like, why are these people getting seats? We've been sitting here waiting for like 20 minutes now, and they were like, sorry about that. And I was like, nah, I'm leaving. I said I'm gonna go somewhere else. We'll go to a different restaurant. And liberals took that clip and then started sharing it like crazy, and I couldn't for the life of me understand what about it was controversial. I was like, I just decided not to go to a restaurant. In their minds, you should just sit down, shut up, and do as you're told, and you'll get what you deserve when you deserve it. So I wonder if the real idea was they didn't want to perpetuate the idea that we should not tolerate line jumping and those who break the rules and take out of turn.
There's a lot of stuff that's in there. They don't like the fact that you were assertive enough to say, no, I'm not going to just accept what's going on here. I'm going to use the agency that I have to affect my life, which is something that we talked about. The left doesn't like to act like they can affect. Everything happens to them. Right. They don't have the ability to make changes in the world.
It's not your fault. It's always someone else's, and you can't succeed.
So your behavior probably got them. It probably struck multiple nerves with them.
I mean,
because you're like, well, I'm not going to just sit here and.
It's also the mentality of I would rather not eat than do business with someone who is disrespectful or ruleless. Unruly is a better word.
But how is that controversial, though? I mean, this is like a pretty basic thing to do. It's like, okay, I'm standing here, I'm waiting, I'm minding my business. People coming by, they're getting seated. I'm not getting seated. Why would I want to eat here? Obviously, I'm not being respected. Let me just go somewhere else.
I know my attitude with all this stuff is, okay, like, you don't owe me anything. I don't owe you anything. You clearly don't want me here. I'm gonna leave.
Yep.
But they all started posting these clips. They were loving it. And I think it's things like that show the mentality of many of these people. Why are they communists? Why? It's because the only way to change something from happening is to totally remove have a revolution in the industry. Government should control and make sure these things can't happen. Things like that.
The more you also pick like a completely arbitrary, unachievable goal, the more you just get to kind of make the excuse that nothing changes and that it's always someone else's fault. So you kind of kick the can down the road eternally, and things never change.
Yeah, like I said,
You care if I play the racing game?
The agency or the idea that they have.
No, I don't care.
Can affect the world they live in.
Can't play that off.
I think you nailed it. The reason why, because I'm like, even telling the story, it sounds like who cares that they freaked out about this?
Play the Star Wars game.
People, stand
What,
up
Old
for yourself
Republic?
and solve your own problems.
No.
Find solutions.
Bro.
Go work. for
I'd
yourself.
rather
Dude,
play
goated.
Rainbow Six Siege than that fucking piece of shit game. Shit is so, dude. It's literally the worst game ever.
Demonstrating. You're not trying to tell people.
Goated game.
Wait,
dog.
it might run better on this computer. I don't think it will because I don't think it's frame drop. I think it's like the engine. But I don't want to play the whole thing from the beginning.
The goated game, dog.
Wait, I can't even remember if I beat it.
You must play the goated game.
Holy
That's
shit, dude.
like kind of like a leadership quality. So.
It happens on the show when we cover it,
Peak
which is like
entertainment,
half of Hollywood loves
dog.
to complain about the salaries on gendered lines.
That's the only game where I don't need to get mad, but I feel my chest twisting and just fucking twisting itself.
So anytime there's like an actress who like gets offered money and turns it down because they didn't offer her enough, I'm like, yes, do that. Do what this person did who bet on herself and said, look, I'm worth more money than that. You better pay me what I deserve or else I'm going to walk. And
When he goes, this older black guy, and he's like, give you a few examples. She writes, it was a hot, wet day in June as tear gas rained upon the land of the free.
See if this
Peaceful
fucking thing
protesters,
turned
live
out
streamers, and the right to
okay.
be angry were pepper sprayed.
Wait,
Those
what did
two-
you didn't actually say what you're making? You just said a lot of things, right?
Yeah.
How many things is a lot?
Most dangerous foes of tyranny, innocent.
I'm trying to
protesters
make
and
food for the
journalists
entire
were
week.
Fired upon with rubber bullets and stun grenades. In America, such a great nation that this is considered mercy, as these
Why are you
snub-nosed
doing
non-lethal rounds.
What the
force enemies
fuck
wide
is
and 10 centimeters
this,
long,
dude?
Tear flesh apart, and usually stop before they reach an organ, rather than pierce with the deadly certainty of a 9mm hollow
Oh
point.
my god.
Can I
What
just
the
ask you,
fuck
Phil, real
is
quick
that?
about that last line? Pierce with deadly certainty of a 9mm
Oh,
hollow
these are the
point.
weirdest fucking muffins I've ever made, dude.
And they go all the way through, but that's just me.
So when I first read this too, I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. They're not meant to be piercing shots.
These are fucking weird,
So
dude.
I guess in these, we're not gonna argue semantics.
I used to make muffins like from the bag from the store or whatever. And the fucking batter tasted so good, but I don't know what company it was. Or I don't even know if they make the same muffins anymore.
No, like you don't understand. Like I'm making these. It's like a bodybuilding like book recipe. So these fucking muffins, they have fucking broccoli in them.
Are they broccoli muffins?
They got like okay, so the recipe calls for chopped up broccoli, chopped up mushrooms. I use the what is it, cremini mushrooms or whatever the fuck they're called. Fucking oh my god, what? Fucking yeah, so broccoli, fucking mushrooms. Guess what else? Fucking salsa.
That's weird.
Salsa in a fucking muffin, dude. Holy shit.
And where did you find this recipe?
It's in a book that I bought. Oh my god. Dude, that's crazy.
Pierce through the skin, technically, but pierce usually implies like a sharp point puncturing through something, and But anyway, I
No
digress.
through and throughs. It's going to burrow into an organ and it's going to stay.
Looks like
there.
it cooked
This is
pretty
a
well. It's kind of like
article
jiggly, but
claiming, look, what
yeah, and it's got use 5 eggs, and then you got to use like 5 cups of
Mother Jones.
Not illegal. They just
egg whites.
Will Trump force America to break up? He seems determined to try.
Some other shit as well.
And then you have this from Milwaukee Independent from just a week ago. MAGA's vision of a second civil war dangerously misreads America's fragmented political geography. I would go and say, I don't know what the Milwaukee Independent is, but congratulations to whoever wrote this. It is the most ill-informed, by insights, ill-informed article on the issue I've ever read. So much so that it
Hope it's
couldn't
fucking
be
cooked
AI.
all the way through.
It would have to be a human being, because at least AI would get some basic facts correct. But the narrative that's emerging from the LA riots is once again in the media the prospect of a second American Civil War. I talked to Rudyard Lynch earlier today, as I've mentioned several times now, and he was saying he thinks it will happen in the next few years. He doesn't know when, but this may be a component of it. But the right will surely win, and his prediction is that we are like the fall of the Roman Republic, and we will end up, Donald Trump will be victorious, the right will win, and then by the end of this century, we will have an empire, a militaristic empire.
Military dictatorship.
Yeah.
Right,
you agree?
Yes, of course. Dictatorship. All tied back to deportations. I was
I gotta
thinking
eat
about
one now.
Clinton
Just make sure this
deported,
shit's
like,
fucking
1 million, but it was
properly
like
cooked.
12 million if you count like returns at the border, and Obama deported 3 million. It was 5 million if you counted people who returned away at the border. Trump's like struggling to get to 1, and they're all like, get on my level, and now everybody's mad. It's the Republicans that are actually supposed to be mad right now because he's not reaching deportation levels that he promised everyone.
Yeah.
But it's being exaggerated in the media by means of propaganda.
You're right, but remember the Democrats nowadays are not the same as they were 15 years
Very
ago.
weird
right?
tasting, but yeah, I think it's properly
the Democrat
cooked.
Party is now largely
They're
run by
putting
progressives and further
fucking
left,
vegetables
and they're
in
trying
a
to figure out
fucking
whether
muffin.
or not
It's gonna
there's
be
any
weird.
room for the old school blue dog Democrats. That's why Donald Trump, RFK, Tulsi Gabbard, these people are no longer in the Democrat Party because they're no longer they're no longer the Democrats that you would even have thought of.
Somehow, with
And
all that
when
shit,
you think about it,
it kind of tastes like nothing.
immigration is one of those issues that's clear because I feel like the left,
Like it doesn't really have like a strong taste to it. Not even like an aftertaste.
Interchangeably a lot of the time, and immigration is one of those ones that's a great kind
Without
of
the
litmus
eggs, I
test
would have called it
because
vegan.
It
'cause
is
that's
a
what it
liberal
smells
idea
like.
to believe in borders. It is not a liberal
That's
idea.
probably why it doesn't taste like
or it is
anything.
not
Is
a
because
progressive
usually
idea to believe
eggs
in borders, right? So
aren't added
if
for
somebody
taste.
claims
They're
themselves
added
to be a
for
liberal or
texture.
Democrat, and they don't believe that borders are real and that no human being can be illegal because that's a
Basically, just
ridiculous thing to think about. It just shows you how different we are from even 10 years
You
ago.
s- what kind of mushrooms did you say? I
That's
don't think I've heard of those.
The fuck are they called? Cremini mushrooms.
I've never heard of that.
I think they're also uninformed. A lot of people that vote left, they're really uninformed. They don't know a lot of things. So whatever they see on television, they're pretty much good with
Cremini.
it, and they don't know anything else about anything.
Yeah, that actually speaks to the point that Tim makes regularly about what woke is. It's people that aren't actually married to an ideology or anything. They're just kind of following what the current
thing
trend. And whereas I do think that that's the majority of the people on the left. I think those are also the people that are the ones that are being covered for like actual leftists on here. Because when it comes to even the riots, like there's different groups of people. There's at least half of them to 3/4 of them are just out there because setting fires in the streets kind of fun, and you're 20 years old and you got nothing to do and you don't have anything to lose, and if you get arrested,
And you're being told you're morally right.
Yeah, exactly. You're doing the right thing. You're fighting fascism. So there's only a handful of any of these groups that actually have an ability to articulate why they're there and what they're doing.
It's an extremely attractive thing to people to be able to do bad things for the perceived right reasons. When you can kind of cloak your bad deeds in some type of moral cause, it makes you even more likely for a certain type of person to commit acts like that.
But also, is there a financial component? Are we seeing people getting paid to go out there? Is there anything that's being funded? Are we getting weapons shipped to these places?
That's something that there's been video evidence of. I don't
Not
know.
it actually
Right in a second if I can find it.
properly cooked.
There were brand new masks being dumped off to people last night.
Pre-printed signs.
Yeah.
I used to work in print, so when I see all the pre-print, I'm like, I know exactly how much that costs. That's a lot of money.
Takes time.
Yeah, exactly. It does take time.
How let's say I want to print like 1,000 signs. How much time in advance would you need?
Oh, I'm gonna need some time. If I got a printing press. You talking about like yard signs?
Like
what should I make next?
Oh, like those?
Fucking
Yeah, give me about
waffles.
at least about
Sound
3 to 4 days to
easy.
look at the press.
make,
I can't just do that overnight usually.
The point being,
asparagus
they're
waffles.
prepared and they're organized for it.
Yeah, for
Oh yeah, dude.
Video of,
Asparagus
the
waffles,
iPhones
dude.
screaming at you
Amazing.
after they got stolen. Like the
Let's see.
iPhones on the street that started.
They're
beeping
called
because they
peanut
were
butter
stolen from
protein
stores.
waffles.
What, really?
Yeah, like so, like the,
One
for
and
the
a quarter
looting- yeah,
cup
for the looting.
sour
yeah,
flour,
it was
4
iPhones
scoops,
just screeching
whatever
to do,
fucking
basically saying
protein powder,
return me to the
tablespoon
store.
of baking soda, half cup of powdered
Use
peanut
all of
butter,
those. Yeah, that's a good idea, man.
1 cup, 1
Apple's
sweet
like not on our
vanilla,
watch.
almond
They're
milk,
taking our phones.
Yo,
4 tablespoons
this is
of
hilarious.
creamy peanut butter, dog.
Yo, this is BG on the scene. Check this out.
God, there's another recipe here.
It says, please return to Apple Tower Theater. This device has been disabled and is being tracked. Local authorities will be, what did it say?
I mean, let's be real. The local authorities
They'll be
probably
alerted.
weren't going to do anything about it because it's
So they just threw him on the ground.
yeah, just got out of there.
Now, I know somebody probably brought it back to their house trying to fix it, and it's like, no, sir, you about to go to the penitentiary.
Wrap it up in a towel.
Yeah, trying to.
Yo, this is crazy.
Well, your Android wouldn't do this to you. Just another way to know that you should have just got an Android instead.
You guys know that Androids take a picture of you when you get the GoPro. Oh, really? Yeah. Well, I don't know about all of them. Mine does. If you try and do the pattern, it doesn't work. It takes a picture and then it uploads the picture instantly to emails it. So I have a bunch of pictures of my face like they're usually like this. Because I'm like sitting in bed and like sausage finger the pattern and it work. And then it takes a picture of me and I'm like, ah.
I want to reiterate. Look, if you're going to a barbecue over the holiday weekend and at the end of the start of next month, bring the videos of what's happening. So when your leftist or your liberal aunt starts telling you how it is extremely peaceful, that you just show, look, if you can show me how this is peaceful, I will concede.
Man, look, I done tried that. I've done that.
Doesn't work?
I'm that guy at Thanksgiving dinner table. Hey, you seen this? And they're still like, oh, I don't believe that. That's fake. That's AI. I was like, I can't help you.
Look, it's the boomers that are being tricked by the AI too.
Man.
So that's if they're calling AI. That's,
Some of the AI is really good though. I done got fooled. I was like, wow, they really.
Did you see the video of like the different types of influencers on the scene at the riots or the end of the world? It's every archetype of influencer. It's the crypto bro. It's the OnlyFans model. You'd have to do it on X.
It's an AI video, right?
Yeah, it's an AI video. It's really.
What is the video?
It's all the different influencers reacting to the end of the world.
Oh right, yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was funny. And there's like a woman running and there's explosions behind her. She's like, don't forget to like and subscribe.
The guy's like, this isn't the end of the world. This is another dip, and I'm buying more right now. Yeah.
It's just kind of, I'm imagining the aliens that like watch Earth, like a nature documentary, are watching all of the weird stuff people are doing with their social media, and they're just like, weird. I remember when I lived in Jersey, I was like getting the mail or something, and then I saw this like 13-year-old girl standing in the middle of the street, just going like, it's like, those are just listening. I'm doing weird body movements, and then I was like, I didn't know what she was doing, and I was like, hey, yo, what's she's standing in the middle of the street? What is she doing? Oh, and then I saw her phone in a mailbox pointed at her, and I was like, oh, she's doing a TikTok. But like, it looked like she was kind of spazzing out in the middle of the road.
It looks crazy if you see a TikTok video in real life without the camera, the context. You look crazy.
Oh, it's hilarious watching how people fake all these videos.
Oh yeah.
Like you go to the mall, and then you can see people. I'm sure many people watching have seen this happen, where they stage stuff, and you'll see like a person walking really slow, stuff like that, or like standing in front of a fountain, frozen, and there's someone just like moving around all crazy with the camera, and I'm like, yeah.
It's Outdoor Travel's Ready Set Summer Sale and Open House. Save big on every RV in stock and financing as low as 5.99% OAC on select models. New fifth wheels from $54,995. New travel trailers from $19,995. Purchase any in-stock new motorhome and receive $2,000 in free add-ons. And on any used towable 2014 or newer, receive a 2-year warranty. Hurry in for Outdoor Travel Summer Sale and Open House, June 20th to 22nd in Beamsville.
I wonder how much TikTok.
Did you see the rapper who shut down the highway in California? They blocked it. They got a bunch of cars to block the highway, and then he got out, and they hung a microphone from the back of a truck.
That was Atlanta. I saw that.
Was Atlanta?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I knew people that were stuck in that traffic.
I mean, he's probably gonna get a felony or something, isn't he?
I think it might have been police that understood what was going on. I don't know, because Atlanta's weird like that.
Say what you want about the record industry, but at least they would have gotten a permit to do it.
Yeah.
Man, that that phone thing is crazy. Why steal? What's the point?
For justice.
Well, look,
I got dealing with very smart people here.
Part of me likes the future for this reason. Just like, you know, the idea of someone going in to loot a CVS, and then as they're grabbing and they're out the door, they just get frozen in suspended animation. And then it's like, that's it. No one has to touch them. They're not hurt in any way. And as far as they know, they blink, and the cop's standing right in front of them, cuffing them, you know. I kind of like that. I don't know. I know it sounds creepy and the future is scary and all that stuff, and this freaks people out. So like the surveillance, freedom and security. And I'm just like, yeah, I get it.
Get with the times, man. 2025, and it's not gonna slow down with the AI. It's gonna accelerate.
What would you guys think if the police were given devices that if they point at you and press the button, you can't move. You feel no pain. You actually feel you feel pretty chill, but you can't move. Would it be better that we give all cops that ability?
Nah, because that can get weaponized for sure.
Of course.
Yeah.
Then the alternative is tasers and handguns.
Hey, tase me, bro. I'm all right. I'd rather we get tased than to be suspended in space like that.
But you know, it's like I don't know. What do you guys think?
No, leave it the way it is.
Yeah.
Like you get stopped by a cop, and then some guy, you know, there's an altercation, and the cop gets mad or whatever, or the person.
I've been farting non-stop, dog.
Is that why they got a full pardon? Is that why they got a full pardon? They got to go home with honor. Doesn't know his history because he's fucking stupid. None of them ever know their history because they're fucking stupid. I'm a small town white boy just trying to make ends meet. 1 in a million by Guns N' Roses.
This fucking bullshit. Shut the fuck up.
Someone should tell this bundle of sticks to go read the Federalist Papers. They don't give a shit. They don't give a shit. This guy's Screamy Jack sounds like Destiny Late Night Cumin. Yeah, it's true. True. Laid to rest by Lamb of God. CS Gabs 100% organically sourced by Soy Boy Tears. By the way, we're at 43% of the stream so far. Thank you guys for all of your great support. Agree with that I agree with you. Pasty says, do not trust peaceful protesters that wear masks yet. I can't wait for this fucking kid. I can't wait for these cops to come in. Maybe this dumb fucking kid will get arrested. Get a face full of tear gas. It's so fucking annoying with this bullshit. The Redditor ain't into chicks, bro. If anything, he's catching in that list of sport. Yeah, this guy is outrageous. He's fucking stupid as shit. Good. Contained. You know, I'll have to confirm that by looking up the numbers, but I actually think that the majority of people who were eligible to vote did actually vote in this last election. Am I crazy? Somebody fact check that for me. I think that it's actually the case that people who were eligible voters, the majority of them did actually vote in this last election. Daniel sent in a Crucible membership. I appreciate that. Very kind of you. Dude, I tried to type the F word in every way. Yeah, well, stop doing that. Keep it TOS friendly on YouTube, you fucking idiot. But also thank you for the $5. It's very kind of you. Voter turnout of eligible voters was like 60%, I think. So, so the majority of them did then. The majority of them did actually vote, you fucking idiot. Yeah. Knew it. I knew this guy. He's just fucking stupid. They just have these talking points and they prattle because they're fucking dumb. Hasty, thank you for the 5 gifted Crucible membership. It's very kind. Yeah, 67% voter turnout, highest since 2000. Yeah, got it. David Pruitt is talking shit about us while actively banning people from viewing his live stream. What a fascist.
Still can't break his fucking record, dude.
It's the first time I've got on this car, so shut your faggot cunt.
Fucking bullshit. Yo, dog, I thought your legs were fucking hurting you, dog.
Looks like the cops here in Los Angeles are not playing around
fucking
again.
piece of shit.
Said not yet.
San Antonio here.
Faggot doesn't even understand I'm
faggot.
lazy.
Spokane, Washington, multiple angles. What's this angle here in Spokane?
Yeah, because when your leg is weak, you don't press down as hard, so you can't break as hard.
Yeah, so your leg's weak, huh? You're weak. You're weak.
Ooh, I was tired of listening to
Said
that
it
fucking
yourself,
kid.
fucking
I was tired of listening to that stupid idiot.
Nice, dude. You have AIDS. You have AIDS.
What time is it in LA right now?
8:55, I think. 8:55. 8:55. 8:55.
My God, you're fucking retarded, dude.
Another pop-off going to happen probably first in Spokane again.
Yeah,
but I am
AM or
watching all
PM.
the cams at the moment.
What are you fucking retarded? Okay, what is it, AM or PM right now for us?
It's about to be AM, dog.
No, what is it?
No, but it's about to be
No,
AM in
that's not
4
my
minutes.
question.
Less than 4 minutes.
You're
you got
answering
you
a
fucking
question
piece
I
of
didn't
shit.
ask.
You fucking piece of shit.
What's the answer to my question?
Looks like that's
Not
the
your own
same
question.
street
Yeah, but what if
view,
it took me?
just
What if it
different
takes me
angles.
less than
Looks
4
like
minutes
this
to answer
guy's
your question? By the
at-
time I
then
answer your
you're a
question,
retard.
it's gonna be
Stop.
AM, and then
This
if I
guy's
say
actually
PM, then I'm
angled
gonna be
at it.
fucking wrong. You fucking
Then
piece
you're
of
a
shit.
retard.
Yeah, you fucking piece of shit. It's PM, by the way.
Huh?
It's PM, by the
I
way.
can feel it in my
Oh, you're about 3
bones.
minutes too early on that answer.
Nice. So the curfew's in effect?
Yeah, I think they have a curfew. I don't know for sure though. I don't know if it's still going on.
We'll stop it right there for the pop-off. We'll stop it right there for the pop-off,
You don't
baby.
know. You don't fucking know.
I know it's coming.
How about you find out right
I know it's
fucking
going to
now?
happen.
You don't care enough to put in the effort to find out.
Piece of shit.
what's going on over here?
The
down here.
truths
Why are all these cams? Oh, these are all way behind. Why are these all way behind? There we go. Gotta get some real-time footage going here.
Let's see.
Watching live right now, Spokane, Washington.
I have to go find out who that Matt Morris is. I know you guys won't be there.
These are both from Spokane, Washington. This guy has the up-front view. He does not seem to be afraid of the tear gas whatsoever. Just waiting for these scum-of-the-earth protester, treasonous bastards to get removed from the street. Look at them. Look at them. This is fucking crazy. Mexican flags everywhere. That's insanity. What's going on here? Oh, looks like we got a provocateur. We got a provocateur looking for his 15 seconds of fame. This isn't even your land.
Right.
You're saying it's not even your land. Looked like earlier in the news, by the way, for those of you who missed it, it looked like there was a drone which was put out to do an emergency evacuation of several embassies in a potential gear up towards a full broad-scale attack on Iran. If that is the case, we'll be looking at multicam showing a lot of other stuff soon as well. Of course, those streams we'll have to host over on the R side, right? There's nothing we can do about that. This is about as outrageous as YouTube will allow us something like this. Another tactic the left uses is enticing the homeless population to direction action. That's true. They can take their flag and themselves and get out of the United States. That'd be great.
I'm not mad.
This would have never happened if there were more Dave and Buster's. True. Big fan of Dave and Buster's. Hey, woman, bring me down a bottle of water. I'd appreciate that. As the stream continues, let's see if we can't get that dono bar up to 50%, ladies and gentlemen. We still got a lot of shit popping off this evening, I think. Keeping the good Crucible commitment that we would be doing coverage on this for as long as it's going on. That may be the entire summer. I have no idea. It's not your fault. It's not your land. Tell me you suck at war without telling me you suck at war. Yeah. We are peaceful. You are violence. These people cry out as they strike you. You're doing everything they can to elicit provocation. Literally a foreign flag on our soil as these people riot, loot. We've watched them burn, throw things at our law enforcement. We've had to now deploy the military. This is absolutely insane. This should not be allowed to happen in the United States, period. Actions speak louder than bullshit political words. So, recent Iran news, not a good sign, not a good sign. Not a good sign at all. San Antonio stream is old. There we go.
On here on Saturday.
I just needed to catch it up. It looks like it's good now. Thank you for pointing that out, though, Chatter. I appreciate that.
I got pissed again, but I can't go to my Jeep. Keep up the great work. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. No, not novice. Okay, okay. She over here, Asian. She's Asian.
Spokane just declared a state of emergency. Knew that was coming. They are now violating a lawful order to disperse. They're going to disperse chemical munitions. That's terrible. That's awful. Why would they do that? I hate the fact that the police are about to do this. I hate it so much. I hate it. How could the police do this to these poor protesters? That's terrible. Where did I get the land? My father. Where did he get the land? His father. Where did his grandpa get the land? His father fought for it. I'll fight you for the land then. Scandinavian proverb.
Dude, I have not paid today. Somebody bring me some.
Why don't these people bring fucking food with them? Like, if I was doing live riot coverage, I'd have a backpack that would have food, it would have snacks, extra batteries, camera supplies. Like, I would be geared up to actually do this the right way. I don't know why these people, they're always like, oh, I'm starving to death. I haven't eaten in hours. I have nothing to drink. I'm like, how the fuck are you this unprepared? You know you're going into a riot zone. How can you be that unprepared?
I need a sandwich or something. I just don't trust taking it.
Yeah, that's true. Just bring your own food, dude. Since you went from Vegas about to pop. Oh, I can't access my TikTok account, dude. What's the name of the TikTok, Daniel? What's the name? And then I'll go to the Vegas one that's about to pop.
Thank you.
Just tell me what the name of it is.
164 subs.
I hear there is no war
you guys.
in
Thank you.
Beijing, say? What? Basing, say? What? What the fuck are you saying, bro? I appreciate the big-ass dono chat, or the big-ass super chat. is a grift for money. Oh, wait, you got me. True. Well, if you're a jobless commie, you wouldn't be prepared for food. True. Oh, it's a meme? Sorry. It's possible that I'm just retarded. The cops are like, you need to leave. And they're like, nah.
My baby mama.
That one's about to pop, too.
Like, butt ass naked almost. Yeah, she, dude. I told her about this stuff.
I feel like people are finally coming around to the idea that America is more than an idea and a nation of immigrants. We are, in fact, a factual country. Correct. Mexican Senate President calls for taking back U.S. land. Says Los Angeles belongs to Mexico. What a clown. Totally. I don't know why these people think they're going to be able to annex anything from the United States. We're not real good at giving shit back. We're real good at taking it, though. I'm tired of the police's stop, or I'll say stop again. Time to pop off. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
The march was on the sidewalks when I approached it. The police already had the streets blocked off and in the streets. And I can really care less about a permit. It's still...
The mayor spoke in, has placed a curfew from 9:30 p.m. to 5:30 a.m.
What is lane? That? You talking about that right there?
Spokane has, for 9:30, what time is it right now?
My baby mama's jacket right there. No, that's her jacket.
Looks like, what are we, 20 minutes away from that?
Oh, they just threw something. They just threw something at them. It was like a spoon or something.
Not a great idea to start throwing shit at police. Not a great idea.
You've been cool with us the whole time. It's cool. What media are you with?
Out and about media.
Out and about media?
Yeah.
Okay,
Out and
cool.
about.
Thank you. I appreciate it, sir.
All right, no problem. Take it easy. Uh-oh. Oh, fuck.
Can't use the R slur, Andrew. You'll exceed Parker's harm threshold and he'll implode. True.
Yeah, well, who you with? I said, out and about media. Yeah, cool. I had no fucking problem with them.
Well, here they go. They're putting their masks on, boys.
Warning me about this shit, too. Well, that's cool. Browns versus... Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Gorilla Biscuit, thank you for the Crucible membership. Some girls said that the Whatever podcast wanted to charge Parker and Deed $10,000 to go on, but I told them they were capping. You made them both quit. It was on video, and she deflected. I didn't want to charge them shit. I offered to pay them. I offered to pay them to do a debate, and they wouldn't fucking do it. And I got it all on video when they agreed to it. So, yeah, just lying again. Jessica Lamelli is her name. Yeah, $5. Did these weirdos love following the curfew during COVID? They did not. Thanks for the stream. Kind of big deal. The whole world is watching. Yes, they are.
I said thank you, too. Look at that shit.
Yes, they are. Looks like we got some popping off here. This is downtown New York. York's finest coming in. Yeah, have him come out of retirement. Y'all need to get the fuck out of there. Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Why can't they protest on X so hard-working Americans can sleep? Good
God.
Throwing shit at the cops.
Whoa!
Alright, looks like the cops move those guys into a different zone. Still waiting on the Spokane pop-off. That's going to happen any second now. You stay past curfew, straight to jail right away. Straight to jail, that's right. Past curfew? Not past curfew, straight to jail. Still pushing them back here, looks like.
Hey.
Thanks for covering, Andrew. Couldn't stand another second of rando live streams. No problem, man. Just keeping my word. I told you guys I would do this every single night until these things are done.
I'm just here to live stream.
It also makes me a more powerful debater because I get to watch all of this stuff unfold in these different areas. When I see it with my own eyes, I commit it to memory. Can't be gaslit by these fucking liberals in future debates. To me, this is as much debate prep as it is entertainment.
Hey guys, if you can, like and subscribe.
Nowadays, I only throw winks at a man in uniform, muscle hunks. Okay. Nicky Thicky.
What are some funny movie scenes that you remember?
Yes, it's still.
That's a good question. Funny movie scenes. Well, for one, I don't laugh at stuff that's like supposed to be funny. I
know. I always assume that.
Like comedies to me, like I would say 98% of comedies that I've seen aren't funny. That doesn't mean that it's not entertaining. I just don't laugh at it.
Like how I told you that one scene in Terminator where he kills the gun shop owner.
Yeah, that's okay. That's funny. Holy fuck. Okay. Pearl Harbor when Cuba Gooding Jr. He's trying to shoot down planes. He shoots down one plane, but the funny thing is the way that it's shot. It shoots. There's a camera angle of when it's beside him. And to his left is either a destroyer or a cruiser, and as he's shooting, it blows up, and the way that it looks is that he's shooting at his own his own side at another ship on his side, and it's just hilarious. It's not supposed to be funny. It is actually a pretty cool scene, but it's hilarious at the same time. Do you kind of get what I'm saying? He's shooting at a plane in the air, but it looks like he's shooting at his ally ship next to him.
Yeah, I get it.
But the way that it's shot, it's fucking hilarious. Other than that, I can't really think of something from a movie. Probably the funniest thing I've ever watched. Probably the hardest I've laughed and the most consistent I've laughed. I was able to watch it multiple times and laugh at it. Was a scene from the original Star Trek with Kirk and Spock, where they get they kind of get like mind controlled by like a god or something, or some sort of character like that. And the way that it's done, I remember it was so funny, but I can't explain in context and make it make sense. That one I can. What about you?
Okay, yeah, so there was that Terminator one. That scene in Hacksaw Ridge where they blow up.
Yep, okay.
Let's see, what else? I remember when I was a kid, the first Predator movie, when, what's his name? The Native American guy gets killed.
Yeah, I can't remember his name. Billy?
Like, yeah, like it's off. Yeah, Billy.
Oh.
It's off screen. Like he's doing like this whole like fucking like
I'm a
ritual thing,
badass
and then
shit.
yeah,
And he gets absolutely fucking destroyed.
yeah. You know, in like a couple scenes after that, they show him getting his spine torn out by the Predator.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, there was that one. What else? Trying to fucking remember. Holy fuck. Let's see. Yeah, you gotta give me a couple minutes. My memory's terrible.
Since I'm not on the regular YouTube and I don't.
Any
have a
other ones
tablet,
for you?
I cannot.
Not that I
read
can
your
think
guys'
of. I think
comments that
I gave
quick.
what, 2 movie
Thanks for
ones, or
not-
I guess one
okay.
movie one.
You're
and then a
welcome.
show.
Sound makes okay. First time to get arrested waiting front row. Yeah. Let's get off the road.
ML Top says, whose land? Didn't Mexico steal it from Spain? Yes. They also appropriated European culture.
Hey, does this
That's why they speak Spanish, which is a European language. Why are they appropriating European language and European culture? Total cultural appropriation. Low credit score activities. Max penalty for conspiracy of sedition is 20 years in federal prison and a fine. Yeah, but what does the Constitution outline sedition as being? Please play Mexican American by Cheech. I'm gonna have to go back. It's been a while since I've sat down and gone back and reread the constitutional outlines for some of these things. I have a lot of it committed to memory, but not everything. I love ice cream. I love ice cream. Peter says,
I guess
I
that
hear
that
cops are having a
scene,
fuck around and find out protest this weekend. Can't
from
wait.
that movie where they wear the glasses.
Oh, They Live. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Is that
I
retired?
like
Yeah.
that.
Okay, that is one. When I fucking saw him, the chew bubblegum scene, the first time I saw that, I think it was before I even watched the movie, but I was hysterically laughing. Yeah, that.
Just started shooting everybody.
Dude, it's so fucking sick.
Oh man, what a movie, dude. Fuck. Oh, it's...
Laws, they don't reflect the Constitution well at all. Our founders would roll over in their grave if they knew that was going on. 55% of the dono goal, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. $2,700 raised this evening. See if we can get it up to that 3,000 mark. Would be great. After this pop-off, I'll get over to the dono chat side, too, if you guys are sending in on the dono chat. I'll get over there and begin reading them as soon as this pop-off happens in Spokane. We'll equip you with skills for a smooth mobilization, cover practical tips on crowd management, June 14th, the day we rise, yeah. Yep. Knew it was coming. Pool says, I forgot to add to my last super chat. Love these live streams, thank you. Ran out of Coronas at the quinceañera. 4 minutes.
Okay, I'll be back.
Can't find the Spokane one anywhere. It's right here. We're covering it.
These ones that are in the street, and those ones are just going to leave alone.
We'll find out, flat out, Casey. We're going to find out. I think that we ain't seen nothing yet. And remember, when this was all just happening in Los Angeles as a small isolated thing, I was one of the first in the fray to point out that these would become nationwide protests and become nationwide protests very quickly. They're going to seize on every opportunity they possibly can. There we go.
No. Oh, here she comes.
Oh, God, why is this chick? She's so annoying.
Hey, your baby mama getting closer. Oh, yours. Okay, so now it's okay. So yeah, okay. What's your name? I'm J.R. Curtis, man.
You got me fucked up. Like, you mean the phone right? He said, let me show you the big daddy. I ain't been to white cats on God all night. She look like she got a baby daddy.
2 minutes in Spokane, Washington. Some chatter said Andrew's really good at hanging out. Yeah, these are chill streams, bro. We're just chilling out, watching some riots, you know, the stuff people like us like to do. I'd love to have seen what the headlines would be if these were conservatives instead. Yeah, exactly. Corporate media. Corporate media. They're freedom fighters and we're terrorists. That's the way that they operate.
Oh, okay. Thank you. They're all old people.
That's crazy. That's crazy, dude. That water?
See? You need to get the pizza. Can I get some pizza?
This stream makes me want to become a member. Why are you even thinking about it? Dreeken or Dreeknamore. Become a member right now. Are you crazy? We got 1 minute before the pop-off or before curfew. You might as well do another membership drive right this second for all the newcomers coming into the chat. All the new people subscribing, show them some good Crucible hospitality. Let's get some gifted memberships rolling on the R side and on YouTube. I'd appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, as we continue our live coverage, this is Spokane, Washington. 1 minute away from curfew. Looks like a pop-off may happen here. Great stream. Opinion on this weekend's 1,500 mostly peaceful job fairs across the country. I think it's going to get real fucking ugly real quick, is what I think.
So they just had dinner and everything.
I think that they've been waiting.
You there, Doug?
Yeah, I'm here.
So when I got home, the house was at 75 degrees and the air was on at 74. So I turned it down to 71. And after 5 hours, it didn't change. And my dad just now the temperature's at 74. And he turned the air to 75. Like, what's the point of even having it on? Just turn it off. It's so fucking stupid.
Wait, it was what temperature the entire day?
75, and that was while the air was on. Even when I turned it down to 71, it still didn't go down. So, yeah, it's going to be a really good sleep tonight.
I don't really know what else to say. This is like the second. This is like the new
Yeah,
age.
my mom turned on the AC today.
Your mom did?
Yeah, she asked me if I wanted it on, and I was just like, yeah.
What did she have it at, do you know?
It was off.
No, but like when...
Or like the temperature, I don't know. Here, let's try to make these waffles. That's like a legit good fucking batter, dude.
They know they're wrong, and that's what's important. You'd rather be on the right
She sends in a Crucible membership. Very kind of you. Thank you.
There you go.
We are now in curfew.
Are you listening to the stream?
Thanks for you guys subscribing, liking.
Say that again?
On that side. I
Yep.
can't really see anything. Appreciate it. Dumbass, Joe said thank you. It was Matt Morris, right?
It's just the guy providing updates, right, on the riot or whatever.
Yeah, but I wanted to see if I could play Baldur's Gate. But if you're gonna listen, then I won't.
Cowards will go home. Yes, they will.
Dog, you better play fucking Star.
Angela sends in 5 Crucible memberships. Turquoise sends in 5 Crucible memberships. Very kind of both of you. Whitestone Andy sends in a Crucible
Was that
membership. Very
the
kind.
thing that like melts off your arm?
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. I can just go back.
Iridian sends in 5 Crucible memberships. Very kind. Will you be doing tomorrow TikTok invasion? No, we're not doing any TikTok invasions until these riots calm down. This is going to be mainly what I'm going to be streaming while this is happening. Well, we can always do TikTok invasions, guys. We can always do them. I'll try to throw one in if I can. But there's a lot of shit going on in the world right now. We might not be able to throw in a TikTok invasion that easily. But I'll try. That's my promise. I'll try to throw one in. But remember, that's an all-night affair, you know?
I don't judge nobody. I'm just here to
Doug sends in 5 gifted Crucible memberships. Very kind of you, Doug. Thank you.
come on, Spokane. Please let me. Where's our high? Oh no, they're still over there. Want me to zoom in on her or just keep it like this? Which one?
Oh, we got some fucking fires rolling, do we?
Fuck around and find out, yeah. Yeah, supposedly this
Lighting
one
some
happened up in
fires
Idaho on,
over in Seattle, Capitol Hill.
fuck around with wrong people up in Idaho, I can tell you that right now.
Houdini 41, thank you for becoming a member over on the Rumble side. Who do you think is funding the riots? There's a whole host, a multitude of NGOs which are funding them. That's all been being released, and it's been released. JST Curious gifts a Crucible membership. Very kind of you. We'll try to do some coverage on the NGO list of the funders. Speaking of the founders and the Constitution, do you think they foresaw how easy future firearms would make one person? Should there be any limitations on capacity? No, no limitations on capacity. And yes, remember, try to remember this, D's Nates. Try to remember, and this is important, that during our founders' time, people owned private battleships, private warships which were capable of cannonading an entire coastal city. They could lay waste to an entire coastal city. One merchant ship could cannonade a coastal city into submission. I don't think our founders were worried about these puny AR-15s, sir. I really don't. I have to come back to Christ, or I have just come back to Christ. I wanted you to know that you had a role to play in that. No role whatsoever. I'm just some asshole on the internet. That was all you. Knock, the door will be open to you. If it wasn't me, it would have been somebody else, I promise. Once you start looking, you always find it.
This that. Be nice, y'all.
Over here in Portland, or Seattle, sorry. You see they have a nice little trash fire going here.
Oh.
Got some fires going in Seattle.
They think they're going to shoot something at them, but they're not. Don't zoom in. Okay, I'm going to zoom out. Here, let's see. We'll go right about there. No shock now. Hey.
Yeah. But then pretty much after they left, the crowd kind of like just like dissipated. Here, let's go off this side. Just watch and see, and then I just try to like stay away from them a little bit.
While it is true that rights themselves don't really exist, only forces exist, I must say, if I have to believe in a right, if I have to pick one right to believe in, I just want to get behind,
my gimbal right now, but,
even if it's not real.
It looks like
it's the right to bear arms.
The crowd is moving right now. Hold on, I'll turn you guys back on real quick. Kenzo missed out yesterday. Looting at 1 a.m. by Santa Monica.
Thank you for
really?
becoming a monthly member. I appreciate it.
Good Lord. Hey, Bap, what's going on? Joseph Page, starting fires in Seattle. Oh, wow. Holy shit.
You should be able to own what the fuck you want.
I return to my training.
Private firearm ownership, period.
I know.
There shouldn't be any fucking registration whatsoever. None. There should not be any registration on firearms ever. Kilrock says the Sedition Act
Right.
of 1798 was the most outlined provision of sedition by the founding fathers, but it was not amended into the Constitution. Gotcha.
Yes. Thank you.
The Second Amendment ensures, I mean, force doctrine covers this. The Second Amendment assures that you have enough force to, at the very least, protect yourself from being overridden and protect at least the conceptualization of rights themselves. $20 founded Andrew. Chirla Coalition for Humane Immigrant Rights, founded 1986, all Democratic funded, one of probably many. Send that over to me, Rock D2, on Twitter. DM it to me on X. DM it to me on X.
So she been cheating on you, dude.
What do we got in chat over on the YouTube side? By
Well, we lost.
League?
Yeah. But I'm playing a champion against like a horrible team comp for my champion, but I don't care.
1986, all Democratic funded, one of probably many. Send that over to me, Rock D2, on Twitter. By the way, been pacifists. Where this idea comes from that Christianity equals pacifism is a modernist take, a modernist view on Christianity.
Yeah, it's okay. Nothing.
Sometimes you just got to sell your cloak and get a sword, you know? That's how it works. Thought you were quitting SIGs one day. Looks like they got throwing flammable liquids all over this, lighter fluid, shit like that. Remember how we were watching people walk around with lighter fluid in their pockets? This fire is going on right now in Seattle. Capitol Hill protests. Andrew, really appreciate you referencing the Sword of Truth. Please know you and your family are in my prayers. Thank you. Yeah, it's one of my favorite series. It's a little too libertarian for me, but what's really interesting is how you can see Good Kind's characters end up becoming a massive empire themselves in order to protect their people. I thought that was an
Yeah, I like how they
interesting
denounce
sideline.
the fucking, what is it, like the Capitol Hill thing, but with this or less, I don't know. They don't give a fuck, I guess.
Yeah. Well, because here they want something. They want people to say that are illegals. Where at the Capitol incident, they actually wanted.
They talking about me.
A normal process to go through.
Nikki Thicky, thank you for the 5 memberships.
Demanded an investigation, and completely within the Constitution, where these people are against the Constitution right now because
Thank you guys for subscribing.
you can't
You're
enter
welcome.
legally in your.
You're welcome, bro.
Get deported if you are. It's funny because you never. It's
We're
not
too
that
big
we
for
never
our
heard
own
about it
good,
because it was a long
guys.
time ago, but there
We're too
were no
fucking big
protests or
now.
riots when Obama was president, because he actually deported more illegals than Trump did.
I do pretty good for a redneck out in the countryside. Gun registration.
So that's how you know it's all political. It's not a genuine. They don't actually care. It's just completely political.
During the revolution, the private citizens owned more advanced and modern rifles than the government. That's true. Under St. Augustine, just war theory, he argues that if you don't defend yourself sometimes, that it could be a sin. Do you agree? I think it could be sinful in some ways, yes. Could be. It would be, it's context specific. Thanks for the streams, bass music choices. As for me, It's Zastava, also converted to Orthodoxy 2016. Going to visit a cradle country next year. Awesome. Glad to hear it, bro.
Holy shit, dude, this actually worked.
If I had a
Holy
dollar for
fuck.
every one of these female protesters that post Happy Father's Day to me on Father's Day, I'd help you reach your goal this whole weekend. They're building a barricade. We got a dumpster mow, ladies and gentlemen. This is a dumpster mow. Looks like they're going to set up a makeshift barricade over there in Seattle. Cops aren't going to like that very much. So keep an eye on that as these insurrectionists are going through and burning shit in the middle of the street.
I've made protein waffles, dude.
Solid. Check out Steve Erickson. I have.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Fucking crazy.
Gonna be a dumpster mow.
30 seconds until minions spawn. Minions have spawned.
Could the NGOs putting up the money for this lose their NGO status? They're non-government organizations. That's what NGO stands for. How do you lose that status? Your status is that you're not a government organization. Bottom middle Spokane. I'm next to him. Nice. Yeah, I saw the shout out, bro. Thank you very much. It was very kind of you to do that.
Oh.
This is Los Angeles at the top where you're seeing all the noise right now. My New York stream is down. Maybe the mods can do something about that. Yeah, send me a new bunch of streams here. Mobile County, Alabama Sheriff said, I can tell you that if they try to do that in Mobile, Alabama, the orthopedic hand surgeons will have one hell of a weekend fixing hands. Fuck ever happened to water cannons and dogs? I don't know.
What character are you playing?
Looks like they got an
His name is Kha'Zix.
just a moment. We have updated
Dog?
cameras going in right now.
His name is Kha'Zix.
Seattle.
Ally has been slain.
Good dog.
An enemy has been slain.
Big trash fire. These are both
What?
at the same scene.
Yeah, what character are you playing?
Ally has been slain.
Oh, you always play him, right? Oh,
can't play in full screen for some reason. It starts lagging a lot.
An enemy has been slain. Killing spree.
Not a cop inside the cops are coming.
Incredible.
Keep up the good work, not one step back. Tell your brother Josh I said thank you. Seems that it appears that they continue to beat this fire. There's an area of this fire. You can see
Rampage.
Oh, you fucking whore.
Oh, fuck.
Shut down. Shut down. Double kill.
Great dumpster mow. They continuously are bringing in trash, garbage, things like this, in order to continue to keep this place going. I don't know where they're getting all this shit, but they're getting it. They are feeding the flames. He will be arrested for not complying with the law.
An ally has been slain.
Live camera view of Seattle. Very, very good camera system. From our perspective, the left side. I don't know which way is the west. Looks like they're setting up a barricade, getting fires going. They've got another barricade they're building on this side. People keep on things finding around the area. By the way, that's $2,000, 61%.
An enemy has been slain.
This is the most awesome channel on YouTube. Most diverse set of content you've ever seen on this channel. It's not because of any of those reasons.
Yo, do you know if they like if McDonald's gives away free syrup?
I have no clue. I think you know that I'm the worst person to ask that question.
Why? Why are you the worst person, dude?
So I don't use syrup.
Fuck. So you've never tried their syrup?
No, I've never gotten pancake syrup from you before.
An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
What a terrible life, dude.
Killing spree.
New 1 cent. Okay, gotcha. Very appreciated for all of your help this month. My fellow crew members from those watching.
That guy got fucking outplayed, holy shit.
By the way, give a big thank you to Team Crucible. Mantid's been covering for the last 2 nights. He's going to get a big $5.
man.
Dominating.
Tax for that.
Seattle, LA, New York, and
Victory.
Why the fuck?
This should not be happening in a million American cities. Any of them. This is our.
Why must you use such foul language?
Decent Ventura impression. The predators.
Goddamn neat.
The jungles, these illegal aliens, actual illegal aliens. I'm a damn sexual tyrannosaurus. Extravaganza was dope today. Congrats on the show. Extravaganza is dope every day. But it's only going to get better. For those of you who don't know, the Crucible has always been a big fan of the... what's going on? They're running. They're running. What's going down? What's going down? Yeah, baby.
So many of you are feeling deep anxieties.
LA, but I don't think this is live, is it? Is this live? No, it's not live either. So all of these feeds have kind of ended. So we'll go back to this feed now and let me see if any updates are happening. In fact, we just had a situation right here. So apparently this is in New York, right here. Why are women police officers? I'm just asking. Like, this chick looks terrified. This chick looks absolutely fucking terrified. What is she going to do? Tell me what she gonna do.
Death is like the wind, always by my side.
You see, she was involved right here, and she was like, nah. Watch. Look, she's right there, and she's trying to get away. Embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. Yeesh. Okay.
Their phones and the status updates. Again, this is the map of that curfew that starts at 8 o'clock tonight and goes until 6 o'clock tomorrow. It makes up downtown. The other question, I mean,
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Protesters could choose to move to a different part of the city or of the region. I mean, this is a pretty small area that is under the curfew. Now, as we know, this is the area that has seen the worst violence and seen most of the...
So Newsom is getting roasted right now because his press conference initially had no audio. Internet, you know what to do. You know what to do. I'm sure Internet will have a lot of fun with that one.
The violence, the looting, all the destruction that happens at night with people who, by and large, are not connected to the anti-ICE movement. They're just connected to the anti-everything movement. They just don't like a lot of our civilized capitalistic society. Those folks hopefully will not be allowed to commit crimes tonight and injure the property of innocent people. Laura Diaz is joining our coverage now for the first time. She is in downtown LA at that prayer vigil. Laura, can you talk about who we're seeing there and what you're seeing there?
Well, actually, Alex, we're seeing a lot of different people and representatives up there. We just heard Mayor Karen Bass speaking to the crowd. But there is a widespread representation from Father Greg Boyle, who, of course, you know very well, and Rabbi Bruce. And then there are people from Churla, which represents immigrants' rights, giving passionate speeches about the role of immigrants in this country and the need to protect them.
Dude,
a
I
lot
don't
of
get
people
this, man.
outraged by the ICE raids here, trying to get people to lower the rhetoric so that if they want to go out and demonstrate, to do it peacefully, but not get engaged in the lawlessness that we've seen over the last couple of days. But I can tell you that there are about 400 people here. They look to be of
So the game can't run on full screen, it can't run on borderless, but it can run on windowed. It can run perfectly. I don't understand that. Does that make any sense to you?
Which game?
League of Legends, but I don't think it's like that
Nice.
has to be the game, dude.
It has to be, dog. Is that what you're gonna tell yourself tonight? It's gotta be the game, dog.
Well, yeah, what else would it be, dude?
Not your shit PC.
all ages and backgrounds, and they seem enthusiastic about the message that's being heard here today. I know that.
Yeah, nobody cares. So for some reason, like almost all of these, I guess this is the overhead shot of what she was talking about, but like almost all of these channels have stopped streaming, and I've got to find another another feed. Mainstream media letting everybody down as usual. So, that's how it goes. So this is downtown LA. So again, Karen Bass, the mayor of Los Angeles, has I guess a curfew has been. She's calling for a curfew.
Yo, can I tell you something, dog?
8 p.m. tonight.
What?
Can I fucking tell you
I said,
something,
what,
dog?
you fucking gay faggot, bitch?
What? What'd you say, dog?
I haven't said anything. You're the one that's supposed to say shit.
If I'm gonna be honest with you, man, if the chick isn't in at least a bit of pain when I'm doing the act, I don't think I can really call it a good session.
What if she isn't?
Yeah, like if she isn't in some pain, it's not good for me. What do you think of that, dog?
It's pretty lit.
You judging me, dog?
No.
Gotta show these chicks what's what, you know what I mean? I've spent literally like 3 hours just cooking shit, dude. I'm fucking done. Buffalo soldier in the heart of America. It's a buffalo soldier. Stop selling. Fuck. Man, I don't know how much more I can fucking do. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Shit.
Open your task manager.
Right. So it's what time in? So that's like an hour from now, right? An hour and 10.
Okay, yeah, we'll follow these guys, see what's going on. We'll just kind of hang back and just.
Have a wonderful night.
For rating. Really appreciate it. Oh shit! I forgot to figure out how to rate on Rumble. Well, anyways, thank you everyone on Rumble and every other platform. What we're trying to do tonight.
All right, are we live on the right shit this time? Be wasted on these clowns is ludicrous. In country from all of you. I hope you have a wonderful night.
There's pretty good selection of filters for that. Dude, I've been going through these filters like the past fucking like 6 days, dude. These are the P100s, this little P100.
Are those actually working?
Dude, it works.
Really?
Oh, wow.
I'm using P100s. I didn't get any burn in my throat or anything, but I got it in the eye, so that's how you know it works.
Yeah. That's impressive.
P100s are good. They're cheap. They're not
Yeah.
cheap, but like. I mean, like, you know, the one that you have is like, you know, but.
Like $40 a pop.
Yeah.
So get a little bit of that military discount.
Fuck. Escaping suburbia.
How many times have they done this loop?
This first one, yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say, dude, I could get used to this. This is kind of a cool workout.
Dude, I've been, yeah.
Walking and talking, enjoying the sights. You know, got a camera, weight vest on. I mean, what more do you want?
Fuck, that's good.
Make friends and shit, you know what I mean?
10 minutes? Am I correct about that? I think so. So, how
My
are they
God,
gonna
what the
pull
fuck
that
is
one?
wrong with this goddamn
That'll
app,
be interesting to
dude?
see.
Gotta wake up your family, man.
I have a feeling that's not going to go over.
No, it's not good, dude.
This fucking app can never fucking connect to anything, bro.
But I guess we will see. Yeah, there's not a lot of. That's the chopper feed. Okay, that was last night though, right? Oh, this is Chicago. Okay, this is Chicago right here. No audio on this.
Oh, fuck.
So that is Chicago. Okay, let's go back to this one for now.
You ever have blue cheese?
This is K6 right out of box.
What kind of fucking guinea are you, huh? Sorry. No more stuff.
Wow, what a freaking disaster.
Dude, this app is.
Oh,
I don't think there's something more useless than this app on the entire planet. Holy fuck, dude.
So if you're tuning in, this is LA. We have stuff going on in LA, Chicago, and New York right now. Gavin Newsom, the governor of California, just gave a address, and he essentially blamed everything on Donald
Where's
Trump.
the buffalo
The
sauce?
optics of what he said are horrendously bad, and he doesn't even understand it because the guy is so far gone. He is a complete psychopath. He is truly American Psycho. You know, I mean, no normal thinking American is going to look at this situation and think that Donald Trump is in the wrong. Donald Trump's approval ratings and poll numbers have skyrocketed just based on immigration, illegal immigration, and his handling of it. And for Gavin Newsom to accuse or to throw all of this shade at President Trump is not going to help his case at all. And so I think he should continue to talk and accuse President Trump of all of these things because none of it is going to help him. Zero will help him. And he's not smart enough to understand that, or he's just too damn deranged. Either way, none of this is good for him. So he can continue to talk. I appreciate you guys tuning in, and thank you again for all the super chats. Again, I will get to them as I can. I may end up doing like some mega square up this weekend on my gaming channel, where we just read all of these super chats over the last several days, because you guys know this ain't Tim Cast. I try to read the super chats. So we'll see. We'll see if we can do something this weekend. If the protests have stopped, we may be streaming through the weekend for all I know. I have no idea.
What'd you say?
So, you know,
trying to cook some other shit.
There you go. Look at there. See, I'm still getting insulted. I'm still.
Have
Getting
you ever
insulted,
cooked this
so
late?
it's okay. Yeah, Gary needs to teach Gavin Newsom about
Maybe like 12:30
audio, so he can figure it out. Build the wall and deport them all. There we go. There we go. Let's see. Laughing Man's still mad at me. Jeremy still hasn't read the super chats from Election Day and Inauguration Day. I read a lot of them. I didn't read them all, but I read a lot of them. I read all of yours, Laughing Man. Laughing Man doesn't like me anymore. He doesn't send me super chats anymore. The Clown Show is in Seattle too. Fun to watch. Well, that's kind of expected with it being in Seattle. That's very much expected. Let's hear the audio here for what we're watching.
One package.